San Antonio's Sports Center.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield said today that he feels disrespected a little bit, that he and the team could not reach an agreement on a new contract before his imposed deadline of the start of training camp, and that he and his agent were not presented with an offer that's appealing whatsoever. He also said that all contract discussions would cease until after the 2026 season concludes.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a Thursday. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday afternoon, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. This is The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix. And who's that? All right.
Sophia, we've got a guest in studio. If you're watching on YouTube, Pledge will figure out cameras and get Sophia on the air with us. Now, we have no idea what the hell's going on. The boss walked in and told her to sit down. So maybe we have now a third on the show.
Hello, everyone.
A third host of the Blitz. I'm not opposed.
I mean, yeah, you never know. I mean, call it trial by fire.
Sure.
Let's figure it out. So, and actually, you are a sophomore?
Yes.
At North Texas?
Yes.
From Round Rock.
From Round Rock.
Round Rock, Texas. All right.
Had a good football season last season.
Oh, yeah?
UTSA fans don't want to hear about the North Texas
really
season.
Don't.
You know that, right?
Well, I need to tell you, we did lose our coach.
Yeah.
And quarterback.
Yeah, they're at Oklahoma State now.
So you're going to suck this year? Is that what you're saying?
Hopefully not.
You'll lose that game, was it November 14th against UTSA here in the Alamo Dome, right?
Well, I'll be here.
You'll be here for that? So what are you doing hanging out with the boss?
Yeah.
You know?
It's been an hour you've spent with her?
Yeah.
That's more than anybody else
Have you gotten 3 words in yet? No.
Well, it's good that you're here and just kind of taking a tour of the radio station.
Yes.
and that, okay.
Trying to figure out if her life wants to revolve around radio. And I don't know if Morgan's trying to talk her into it or talk her out of it, which is a legit question as you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life.
Yes. Talk me into it at this point.
Talk you into
she
it.
has.
Yes.
Well, spend a little time with us, and
The
we'll
manipulation.
let you know the other side of the story.
Enjoy the tour of the radio
Yeah,
station.
it's good to have you here.
Thank
Absolutely.
you for having me.
All right.
Absolutely.
You got it. Very cool.
Sophia from North Texas.
Sophia, from Round Rock.
Yeah, but she's from Round Rock.
Yeah, but she's just temporarily in North Texas. Then she'll go somewhere else.
Let's hope UTSA.
Well,
maybe.
I'm just saying, not for school necessarily, but I'm just saying for work.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, you never know how the show's going to start.
Hey, when the boss walks in, you'd say, "Oh, yes, ma'am."
See, the reality is it was just, hey, take a picture in the studio, but the show was starting, so, we're going to throw you on the air.
Yes.
What the hell? And, as a sophomore, as girl dads, both Joe and I are girl dads, I don't know if she's old enough to truly answer a question that we're going to have as our poll question today. Somehow Dan Orlovsky has literally stuck his foot in his mouth.
Yes.
Right?
Well, what else is new?
I mean, but again, you look at and you think about pedicures. Now, I am a big fan of pedicures.
I am as well.
Now, but I was not a fan of pedicures until my daughter's graduation weekend from high school in 2016. They all finally convinced me, all right, let's go get pedicures. That was something that her and her mom would do, her and her girlfriends would do, but dudes, I'm not doing that. And then I did it, and I'm like, what in the hell have I been missing?
I'm telling you.
Why have I been so stubborn?
It's crazy. It really is, because it could be one of the best feeling things.
Yes.
Well,
Pamper yourself.
Well,
yes.
Yes. You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly. So basically, the coach at South Florida, his wife was doing one of those ladies' coaches clinics and said that he gets a pedicure twice a month.
What is something maybe we don't know as seeing head coach Sean Summerall that you would love Gator Nation to know about him?
He loves pedicures.
Oh, really?
That's his favorite extra thing to do. So every 2 weeks in the football season, John loves to get a pedicure. That's just a fun little happy about him.
Is this the team bonding thing that occurs?
We should get the team going. It's good for them, you know. It's a good quality thing for them to do, but he loves it.
And Dan Orlovsky hears that, and on Get Up, just goes off on dudes getting pedicures.
You never get a pedicure? I have never gotten a pedicure.
Oh, it's a delight.
I never will.
Yeah, no, it's
I am
great.
completely against pedicures for dudes.
Why? What for?
You're a dude. You're not supposed to get pedicures.
Yes, you are.
Nah,
Nothing
man.
wrong with
Nah,
being
no, no,
pampered.
no.
It's a delight.
No. I'm so against this. This is a thing for me.
Oh, you're coming with me.
Dudes should not be getting pedicures.
Who am I told is laughing at this? Monica Jay Will? Jay Will, can we put them up there? Feel good. Jay Will?
Just nasty feet, Dan. Just nasty feet.
My feet are awful. I totally agree. But I'd rather have awful feet than get pedicures.
Oh, come on. It's a terrible taste.
You're also not the person who should be having an
I
opinion on
love a
this.
pedicure. Are you kidding?
It feels fantastic.
I totally agree.
I've got my friends taking their teenage sons to get them.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea.
What?
Yes, and you should join them. And I've just got a text here from your wife who says, yes, I think, Dan, Greeny, talk him into it.
Trust me,
I'm talking you into this. I know where we're going after.
Dude, look, I don't know what's wrong with Dan Orlovsky, but a lot of guys feel that way if you've never had one before. You think, well, I'm not doing that. Now, I will say there's portions of a pedicure that I'm not a fan of. When they take that thing and scrape the bottom of your foot,
it's ticklish as hell.
I'm very ticklish.
It's a cheese grater.
And there's some things that they do that I'd rather not. But once they're done with that, then it's just a nice massage.
Just all of it. I mean, even the parts that are a little uncomfortable, but you know what they're doing. It's awesome. You know, the best part about this whole thing is Orlovsky is going off on John Summerall about this, and he found a picture of Dan Orlovsky smelling the shoe of Molly Querim back in the days when she was still on with First Take with Stephen A. And, you know, just kind of claps back a little bit with Dan Orlovsky smelling the shoe. And so obviously the internet found the actual clip.
We just talked to DK earlier, and he said, well, you know, saying it's the last year might just be something guys say. Maybe you don't get hit this year, you want to come back another year. Do you think you'll have any kind of debate or?
No, zero debate.
Well, that was Aaron Rodgers. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that might have been the wrong. That was the wrong clip. But he's smelling the shoe of Molly Querim.
Yeah,
Molly
he is.
Querim.
And she calls him out on it.
Yeah.
She said, what are you doing smelling my shoe? And so I guess he's not opposed to the smell of feet. He just doesn't want anybody touching his.
No, it's just he wants gnarly feet.
Well, nobody likes gnarly feet.
Dan Orlovsky does if it's on dudes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he wants the ladies to have great feet. But
I have a feeling, Jason, and I don't know how our poll is going to go. Right now, 64% of you say yes, guys should get pedicures. 36% say no. And I have a feeling a lot of the 36% have never had it done.
Yeah.
I felt the same way. Like, I'm not doing that. And then my wife, Maggie, drags me in there, and I do it, and I'm just like, I'm coming every time you come now.
You know, the idea of, you know, like Guillermo says, just soak your feet in Epsom salt and put lotion on it yourself.
No, it's not the same.
It ain't the same. It's like going and getting a massage. I mean, there are wonderful things in life. Treat yourself. And a pedicure, and I was like Dan for a long time. And I felt like I missed out for a long time.
Yep.
I wish we went a little bit more regular. There for a while, we would go when Erica was in town. That kind of became our thing. And then, obviously, she doesn't come home near as often. But it should be more of a regular thing in your life. Dude, don't be afraid to go get a pedicure. It's awesome.
Just try it. All I ask, if you've never had one, just give it a try. And I promise you'll be hooked. And that's the way that it is. Because again, it was crazy. I'm saying, well, I'm not doing that. There's no way. Guys don't do that. And
But I know,
they do.
I don't want to speak for Rob. I don't think Rob Thompson would do it. He's like, I'm worried about them women. She would have to get a machine and not me. That's what they do. And there are some guys that just are against it. And I was that until I wasn't. And now it's like, dude, you're missing out.
I'm telling you that I don't know. And I know people accuse me of being a foot guy, but
you are.
There's nothing better than a good foot massage. And that's basically what a pedicure is.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
And then clip your nails.
Sure.
I mean, it's better than, clipping them in your recliner while you're watching TV and nails flying all over the house.
And then you too can have beautiful feet just like me.
And let's not get carried away.
Just like me.
Let's not get carried away.
The secret is pedicures.
Is that?
Of course.
Well, if you're going to be a foot model, you better get pedicures.
That's what I'm saying.
And even in Ryan Engel's case, who will never be a foot model, he still gets pedicures.
No, there's a possibility. I'm still looking into that whole OnlyFans thing.
It's toes only.
Whatever it is.
Yes.
Hey, why not? Everybody can use a little extra cash.
Sure.
I think that
for you, it'd be a couple nickels.
Well, you never know. There's some weirdos out there, and I'm all for it.
Our friend Aaron Smith from the band Kingdom Collapse. Turn on the show and I get a sales pitch for pedicures.
Yes.
I love listening to The View.
Apparently, Aaron has not gotten a pedicure.
Well, I mean.
I'm just saying.
He should.
No, well, he should.
He should.
He's a big rock star. He ought to go. He probably has his own pedicure lady. Oh, he's the bass player. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if there's anybody that's on their tour bus giving pedicures, it's Aaron taking care of everybody else's feet. Because he doubles as the tour manager, and part of being tour manager is other duties as assigned. And if Jonathan wanted a foot massage, it'd be Aaron's job to do that.
Well, absolutely.
Yes, while singing Survivor.
Yes.
Because that's what he would be doing.
And watching the video.
Yeah, the video is fantastic.
The acting in the video is outstanding.
Absolutely. We've got brisket talk coming up, too, on The View. Thanks to Lincoln Riley, still trying to make excuses for that piss-poor brisket he posted about several years ago while he was at the University of Oklahoma.
Well, the guy's just overrated in everything he does, pretty much. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Whether it's brisket or coaching, either way, overrated. Mm-hmm. Let's take a break and then get into a little Cowboys camp talk, because Cowboys are back on the practice field as we speak right now. But we're going to hear from Quinnen Williams, and Tyler Guyton also speaks. He's trying to explain that new thing that Dak has or whatever. And then we'll hear from Shotty as well. Yeah,
Gotti.
Please.
Gotti.
Oh, my God. Can it get any just more?
Gotti.
This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the morning huddle. Make your pick and win with the morning huddle's Rangers double dinger payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
You know, the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prizes, and fun for the whole family.
Hello, this is Mary at the Department of Rejected Dreams. If you had a dream rejected, IKEA can make it possible.
Hey, I dreamed I'd be ready for college way ahead of time.
And And now you're way behind?
Yes, and I have no idea how I'll get it all done on time and in my budget.
Well, luckily, IKEA has everything you need to make it your space on your budget. And with everything ready to take away from our stores with Click and Collect, it's easier than ever.
That's convenient.
Exactly. Get IKEA whenever, wherever, however at IKEA.us. IKEA, dream the possibilities.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
South Texas summer is no joke. With temperatures in the triple digits, your roof takes a beating. Call Stevens Roofing and Solar at 210-785-0994. They're local, family-owned, and ready to help. Get a free, no-obligation roof inspection from a team that knows South Texas weather. Whether it's commercial or residential, a small repair, or a whole new roof, get peace of mind with Stevens Roofing. Call 210-785-0994 today. Stevens Roofing has you covered.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
What is the greatest word of all time? What's your favorite word to say?
There's lots of good words. Try to think of my favorite word. The one that I hate the most, moist.
You don't like that word?
Moist.
I like it because people hate it.
Do you prefer swampy?
Well, see, swampy is probably more appropriate. I like the automatopoeia. I like it sounding like what it is.
Musty.
Poontang.
You can't say it.
It kind of rolls off the tongue.
Grow up, boys.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, I tell you what, and the Rangers are playing as we speak. They had one of those early businessman specials, if you know what I'm talking about. And as soon as I say that, I'm looking for the score of the game because it was 2-2 just a few minutes ago. And it looks like it might be, it's all over. The Rays beat the Rangers today 3-2 out in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of your favorite places, speaking of swampy, that we just heard from Rob Thompson.
You know, it's a beautiful place. It's just hot as hell.
Yeah, it's swampy.
Good God, I promise it's Houston on steroids.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. But a beautiful place. Beautiful place.
You know where is a beautiful place?
Where?
Oxnard, California.
That is a pretty place.
And
yeah.
Actually,
the weather's pretty.
Yeah, the weather is. I mean, Ventura is far better. Oxnard itself, once you get away from the beach area, it's, But, it's California dreaming, and that's where we will be all next week here on the Blitz, our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys Training Camp coverage brought to you by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. And again, one of the questions that we thought we might have is trying to figure out Gotti. Is it Gotti? Is it Goaty? Tyler Guyton was able to clarify what the slogan is for one Dak Prescott.
What's the identity? Fast, physical, violent, imposing our will on opponents. Dak has a new saying, Gotti, greatest offense there is. So that's the standard for us.
That's Dak's saying for y'all.
Gotti, ask him about it.
All right, great.
G-O-T-I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti?
Yeah, Gotti. That's his little thing now.
Greatest
Yeah.
offense there is.
Yes, sir.
Gotti.
So there you go. That solves that problem. Gotti.
I mean, I know some of you, Reininger, were losing sleep last night over how you actually pronounce that.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm tired today. I sure was. Thought about it all night long.
All night long.
I really what I thought about is why. Just why.
You question everything.
Well, it's a statement. It's cute, all of that. But I mean, let's see it. We don't know that it's the greatest offense there is. On paper, it looks good.
Don't you want them to have that confidence? I mean,
sure.
I mean,
do you have to have a cute little Gotti statement to have that confidence?
He was asked, what's the saying? There's always a theme. There's always something. I mean, if they were Motti, what does that mean? Mediocre offense.
Well, they wouldn't have a cute little snappy, whatever you call that.
Slogan?
Yeah.
Saying? Theme? I mean, it is one of those deals. And look, the reality is that offense can be great. If the defense isn't any better, the Cowboys are going to be a rudderless ship when it comes to getting into the postseason. And a guy like Quinnen Williams, as great as he is a guy that's never been to the postseason, and he wants to change that.
I definitely never been to the playoffs, man. And as a competitor, man, I want to win it all. Like I compete in this sport. I'm an ultimate competitor, and I want to win every single game if I can. I was bred to win from Coach Saban and do the things that we can do there at Bama, and I wanted to bring that same mentality, especially to this defense, because our offense have that mentality, and just trying to develop a new defensive culture, a defensive mindset. And we got the right guys on defense. Got Kenny Clark, Rashad Gary, two unbelievable leaders. Caleb Downs, the unbelievable college leader, and coming into the NFL ready to learn. And our defensive staff is unbelievable too. So really just focus on, man, getting that side together and doing the things that we can do to carry our weight on this team, because the offense for sure going to carry theirs.
Well, you would assume that, and they did last year, and the defense let them down. So a guy like Quinnen Williams, though, Jason, is key in my mind, because the Cowboys have had a problem stopping the run lately. Yep. And I think a guy like Quinnen Williams and what they've done to that defensive line, and I tell you, on paper, before they've done anything, you got to look at that defensive line as perhaps one of the best in the NFL.
It is maybe the best position group that way. It's interesting because you look at this Dallas Cowboys team, and their defensive linemen, that might be the best group in the NFL. And even this morning on Get Up, they were saying the Cowboys might have the best wide receiver room in the NFL. Now, you could look at Cincinnati and a couple other teams, but when you look at a Pickens and a CeeDee Lamb, it's hard to argue if they're not the best. They're right up there amongst that conversation. And if that defense can get better and the mindset that a Quinnen Williams brings in. Now, this guy, the number of Pro Bowls in his life with the Jets and not getting any kind of postseason experience, and he's talking about wanting to come to Dallas and win, trying to get a long-term deal here. And he was asked what sold him on Dallas as the place he wants to be long term.
I think when I got traded here, I think when you get traded and somebody put that belief in you, when you get drafted and traded, it's kind of the same I guess feeling. When somebody believe in you to know that, okay, you're one of the guys I feel like you can help us win and help us achieve the goal that we always want to achieve. So as soon as I got traded, I wanted to be here. Like, I wanted to be here for the long haul. I didn't want to just come and just play around. I want to be here and win. I want to win for the organization because it has a winning culture. It has a winning history, and I want to kind of bring that back here. And I kind of want to win for not only me, myself personally, but guys like Dak Prescott, who works his tail off and been here 10 years and, deserve a Super Bowl. And guys like CeeDee, who's a 5-time Pro Bowler and been here 5 years and who deserves a Super Bowl. And you just see those things like that, and you just see how great they was last year, and the defense wasn't so great. So it just urges me personally to get this defense together so the hard work that they put in won't just be go to waste anymore.
Well, I'm sure that offense is hoping for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. After they watched the Leeds get destroyed very quickly last year. Again, we've talked about it. This Cowboys team on paper looks to be much improved. The offense is the offense. They've got all the pieces back. The question marks we talked about yesterday could be on both tackles on the offensive line. Hopefully that will work itself out. And other than that, it's hard to find a flaw in that offense, to be totally honest with you. Running back is set. Your wide receivers obviously are set. Your tight end is set. And I mean, my goodness, it's tough.
And it's interesting. And what I appreciate Quinnen Williams basically saying, the defense let this Cowboys team down last year. He was a part of a group, got traded in, but he was a part of a group that let the offense down. And you know the old saying, defense wins championships. But you need both. I mean, and Jerry operated this offseason with the investments that he made on the defensive side, not only with personnel, but also, an overhaul of the defensive coaching staff, that, we can't just be an offense-heavy team. We've got to actually pay attention to that defensive side. And a guy like Brian Schottenheimer saying today how excited he is about this defense.
Yeah, again, I think I've talked a lot about how excited I am about this defense. And again, the scheme's cool, but it's not the scheme that brings it to life, right? It's the players. And you just mentioned two of those guys with Duran and Demo, and some of the additions that we've brought in here. Kobe Durant, I mean, what a good football player. I mean, Donovan Ezaraku going into year two. We're excited about Malachi Lawrence. Shamar James going into year two. Another guy had a great day today was Barham. I mean, you watch Barham. I mean, even playing for a rookie, playing in helmets only, but the ability to block, destruct, and get off blocks and things like that. It's a heavy-handed guy that, we love the versatility of him to be on and off the ball, stuff like that. So I'm so excited to see what this defense is going to do this year.
Well, I think everybody is. If you're a Cowboy fan, everybody wants to see that. And look, whether you like the Cowboys or not, and I say this in all sincerity, when the Cowboys are good, it just seems like the NFL is better. I mean, I feel that way. And look, I'm not the biggest Cowboy fan in the world. I cover this team, and I have covered them for 30 years, but, well.
You're excited about what new shirt you're going to get next week.
And I probably will. But
here we go.
I want this team to do well because I know most of our audience wants this team to do well. It's good for the show. It's good for the city. It's good for Texas. Mm-hmm. All of the above. And wouldn't it be cool if we finally got that all Texas Super Bowl?
It would be.
It would be.
It would be. Oh, my God. That would be awesome. In Los Angeles.
Should have happened,
again.
A long time ago, but, didn't.
And you love, like Quinnen Williams talking about the history and the winning culture. And I mean, that's the part, is it every coach talks about culture and they've got a winning culture. I've never heard a coach say, our culture sucks, but we're winning anyway. But they all try to build some sort of culture. But you walk into that building and you walk past those 5 trophies and you understand what it means to have the star on the helmet. The fact that they haven't even been in an NFC championship game in 3 damn decades, and yet they're the most popular team out there.
They are.
It is incredible, and there is a massive responsibility that comes with that. And I think a lot of those players certainly feel that, and that defense, at least on paper, looks improved. Now, granted, it can't really be worse than it was last year. I guess it could be, but it's doubtful. I mean, they went out and they made acquisitions to get players that were better than what they had. They drafted defense, but there are still some questions, like the green dot guy. Now, Overshown had the green dot. And, again, I've got no problem with that, but I also need to see that dude play 17 games, and I don't know that he can. Brian Schottenheimer was talking about Demo today before the second practice.
The answer is no. We get plenty of reps out here. Speaking of that, there was a really cool situation that came up yesterday where CP was trying to make Demo think that the headset went out. It didn't go out. We had kind of talked about it and scripted it, and Demo got to the exact call that he was supposed to, which is what you expect. So it was not a malfunction of the headset. It was something scripted, and Demo was outstanding getting us lined up into the call that we wanted to be in.
And that's good. I mean, kind of expected, but that's good. What I saw, what was impressive about that, it's not just him that has the green dot. Caleb Downs has the green dot. There are several other guys that have a green dot as well. So there's now I don't know, can they all be in the game? They can't all be in the game at the same time, can they, with green dots?
No, but they can all cross-train, and I think the more people that have it and understand what is supposed to be going on, that helps with the communication. If one guy is off, you've got other guys that can say, no, you're over here. And I like on day one of practice. Now, I don't know, because it was scripted, the coaching staff knew they were going to pull the stunt. Did the players know they were going to pull the stunt? Did Overshone know what the script was prior to? Or
Doesn't
was
sound like it.
Or was it truly, hey, man, headsets out, you're on your own.
Yeah.
And let's get into the right defense. Now, how did he know what the right defense was? Did they back up to hand signals, or was it one of those fire drill type situations? If this happens, this is what we go to. But it is encouraging, although, again, kind of expected, but that he would get in the right defense. Can he do that on a Sunday with the game going on? But no panic, no, hey, coach, it's out. What do we do? They went and they got lined up the right way. And look, I don't care what your job is. There are basic fundamentals that you constantly practice. And that is what is going on at every NFL training camp right now. Some of it is very basic. Some of it is very fundamental. And, yeah, you kind of expect them to do that. That tells you all that other training is paying off.
Well, and it's going to happen. It happens during games that the headsets will go out. The communication goes out. It happens all the time. And you got to be prepared. I mean, they're not going to stop the game just because your headset went out. You got to continue to get it done. And DeMarvion Overshone, I don't think anybody questions that he is supposed to be the leader of this defense. The problem is, can he stay on the field? He's obviously an intelligent football player. He's a good football player, but he's got to stay on the field. He's got to be available. And I think that's the question. So him getting the defense in the right spot doesn't really surprise me at all. I think you expect that from a guy like that. What's going to surprise me is if he can play 17 games. That's what he needs to do more so than anything else. And then you worry about the headsets. And, yes, and you prepare for those situations as well. And I'm sure there are other situations they're going to prepare for too. But the fact that he got it done, well, I mean, that's good, I suppose.
Sure. Sure.
I suppose. Sure. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
Yeah,
here it is. I'm telling you, Cowboy fans are fired up. I can see it in your face. I can hear it in your voice. It's like, here we go.
No, you gotta see, Joe, it's training camp time.
Uh-huh.
Here we go is now here we got-y.
Oh, my God. It really has turned into an episode of Andy Griffith there with the Dallas Cowboys. It's unbelievable. Let's talk some real football. How about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Their quarterback is pissed.
Mm-hmm.
He's not happy, and he's letting everybody that hands him a microphone know about it. We'll hear from Baker Mayfield when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The No Reserve Gun Auction is this Saturday at the Shriner Auditorium. Doors open at 10 a.m. and the auction starts at noon. Over 100 guns will be sold at auction. It's the No Reserve Gun Auction this Saturday at noon at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas Snake Handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good night's sleep.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, what is overrated? I'm not talking sports, in life. I want to know what the most overrated things in this world are, Rob.
I'll tell you what, it's not overrated. Free coffee. Get on the phone. Talk to us tomorrow. The party starts early, 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, the theme of the day is pedicures. That's the theme of the day on this Thursday here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe. He's Jason. If you weren't with us at the beginning of the show, we started out talking about pedicures. There's a little battle ensuing between Dan Orlovsky and the head coach of the Florida Gators.
John Summerall,
yeah. Summerall, his wife, well, she spilled the beans.
She outed him.
She said he gets a pedicure twice a month. Every 2 weeks, he gets a pedicure. Orlovsky says dudes should not get pedicures. So who's right? That is our poll on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. We'd like for you to go vote, like, comment, subscribe, all of those things on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can get there. Easy way to do it is go to sasportsstar.com. Should guys get pedicures is the question. The yeses have it right now at 64%. The noes at 36%. We would appreciate your vote.
You know, and a lot of guys don't brag about getting pedicures. They might plead the fifth, which has kind of become a theme across the country over the last 24 hours. Even Vic Fangio, during his press conference, pulled a Fauci.
Like Fauci and just take the Fifth Amendment on questions. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What was the question?
What was the question? I ain't answering anything.
Oh,
I plead the fifth.
A lot of coaches would like to do that, I'm sure, especially after bad games. They would. But crazy stuff yesterday with that. But we don't talk politics here. Fangio, I'm glad he kind of outed himself, I think, as to where he stands politically.
Yeah, it was funny. Either side can find that funny and go with it. Now, somebody who opted not to plead the fifth today was Baker Mayfield. That dude not happy that he did not get a contract. Did his podium stuff, and ripped the organization. Then did an interview with Jeremy Fowler from ESPN, and again, not at all happy with him not getting a deal.
I mean, it was all three between years, average, and guarantees. Probably the most disappointing is years. Didn't get offered anything over 2, and so when you're told you're a franchise quarterback and they handle it otherwise, that's disappointing. So felt like I earned that. It's not a poor me pity party over here. It is what it is, and so that's why I said the deadline was training camp. Focused on the team, focused on getting better, and trying to give this team a better chance to win a Super Bowl.
You know, he's pissed, obviously. He thinks he's the franchise quarterback. He feels very disrespected by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not sure what – he never mentioned numbers, but obviously you heard him. He's not happy with only a 2-year contract.
Well, he kind of mentioned numbers. He didn't say how low the Tampa Bay offer was, but he wants to be in the $50 million club.
Yeah, and I told them, I said it publicly, I was never trying to reset the market. I know where I fit in on that. I'm not over-realistic on that, but it's also, I know just to be compensated, put in that category, and salary cap keeps going up. The guys that are going to re-sign next year, it's going to look a lot different. So at the end of the day, it'd probably be still right about top 15 next year this time, and but it's unfortunate they failed to recognize that.
Well, he's making $33 million this year, and that's what he's making. So he wants over 50. You have to imagine they offered him somewhere in the 40s, I would assume.
I mean, maybe. I mean, the idea that, in his words, he's disappointed, felt disrespected. The 2 years, if you're told you're a franchise quarterback, and as he said during his press conference, you've heard that from the owner, you've heard that from the general manager, you've heard that from the coach, and you only offered me 2 years max. And the number doesn't put him in the $50 million club where the other franchise quarterbacks are. And you evaluate Baker's play while in Tampa Bay compared to some of the others that have gotten paid, and that's where he thinks he needs to be. But he did say, look, I'm at training camp. I'm not worried about it. The focus is there, and not one time did he consider holding out or holding in.
No, because I know I got a bad taste in my mouth from last year, and I know the potential this group has. It's still, for me, the most important thing is winning and making sure that I'm a team-first guy, and I wanted our guys to know that, and then I was dead serious about it. So never considered a hold out, hold in. I want to win ball games. I want to play with these guys. It's a special group, and that's why it feels like home.
You know what's interesting about that? He also said that he talked to the players. He said, some of the guys that he played with last year know him and know what he puts into it, and he wanted them to know what was going on and that it wouldn't affect the way that he performs and the way that he prepares and all of that kind of stuff. So he wanted his teammates to understand, even though I didn't get what I wanted, it's not going to affect how I look at the season, how I prepare for the season, and how I play this season. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, and again, he knows he's going to become a free agent, whether he stays in Tampa or not. And I know Ryan Eagle doesn't watch quarterback on Netflix, and I've only watched 2 episodes to this point. But you watch quarterback on Netflix, and you're watching a guy in Baker Mayfield that seems so completely bought in to Tampa Bay. And again, most of this was filmed last year and over the summer, right? So it's not like they're following around last week and they're dropping these episodes. This was, and he's so bought in, so you can really understand his frustration of feeling undervalued, of saying publicly, I feel disrespected, because this guy talks like he has found a home. And in some ways, it's reminiscent of hearing Kirk Cousins talk about life in Minnesota, only to be, you're out, and we love you, but not that much. But that's the business side of the NFL. And then what did Kirk Cousins do? He went and he got a whole lot of money from Atlanta, and now he's getting a whole lot of money from Las Vegas. He might not feel home there, but his bank account sure appreciates the movement.
Well, and I'm kind of surprised at Baker a little bit, although he says he's been told he's the franchise guy, and now that they didn't offer franchise quarterback money, he's disappointed. But look, the NFL's a cruel world. Baker Mayfield's certainly not the only guy or the first guy that's gone through and has not been offered a contract that he thinks he's worth. And he won't be the last guy to do that. So what I respect about Baker Mayfield, and I mean this with all sincerity, and I'm not the hugest Baker Mayfield fan, but the fact that he's going on, he's disappointed, he's pissed, and all of that kind of stuff, but he's going to go play football. And he's not going to pout about it. He's not going to hold out. He's not going to do anything. He's going to go play because he wants to win. And he's got to understand, he's 31 years old. He doesn't know how much time he's got left. That's why I think this contract is important to him and one that he wants to get because it's probably his last opportunity anyway to get a $50 million plus contract. So I understand the disappointment, but I certainly have a great deal of respect for the way that he's handling it.
And you wonder what's going on with the Tampa Bay organization because not only did they not get a deal done with Baker, they didn't get a deal done with Vita Vea either. Who's this? I want out. And Mike Evans out. It is a little like I don't follow Tampa Bay enough to understand what's going on with that, but it's a little weird that their best offensive player and their best defensive player are both in contract pissing matches right now with the front office. The ones you expect, yeah, you should get a deal done with those two guys, especially Vito. I mean, your quarterback, if you're kind of like, dude, we love you at 30-something, I don't know if I love you at 45 to 50 or in that $50 million club. And at that point, I think with Baker, that's ego talking. I'm better than that guy. I'm better than that guy. That's what they're making. I need to make that as well. But the NFL is full of ego guys, and you're measured by your paycheck.
Well, you are, of course, and you. I think more so than that is that you want it for long-term security for your family. And again, $33 million is a lot of money. But I get in this world that we live in with the NFL and what quarterbacks are making these days, Baker feels like he's in that club. Obviously, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers don't. And that's really all that matters, isn't it? That's really all that matters. If the Bucs don't feel like he's that and he's not worth that, then guess what? He's going to have to go play for somebody else if he wants to make that. And will somebody else pay him that? I mean, that's just the bottom line, and it's the cold, cruel world of the NFL. Baker can think he's an elite quarterback or a $50 million quarterback or whatever, but if the Bucs don't, well, he's not.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just kind of the way it works, and as cold as that sounds, well, that's the way that it is.
Exactly. Oh, look at Pledge says, hello, Jets and Browns.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I'd rather pay for 35 in Tampa than play for 50 in
you ain't kidding.
I mean, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, especially if you're a competitor, and I know Baker Mayfield is. I don't know. And what is Cleveland going to do? I saw Deion Sanders went to the Browns practice today.
Yeah, he was.
Because Shador was getting first-team reps. And by all accounts, Deshaun can walk. If you've paid Deshaun Watson the guaranteed $200 whatever, and if he's available, do you pay him, or play him? Or do you go with Shador to see what you really have? Because Deshaun's got 1 year left. There's no way that guy gets an extension with the Cleveland Browns at this point. So do you even play Deshaun Watson, or do you go with Shador Sanders so you can see how much development you can do with him?
Well, it's tough to say. I think you have to what does the rest of your football team look like? I think Cleveland is always, at least the last several years, pretty decent defense. Not bad. It's been the offense that's been the problem. So, I don't know. Shador Sanders, I'm not sure the confidence level is there. Certainly not with I'm not sure I have the confidence level in a Shador Sanders. But then there's Deshaun. I don't know. It's a tough decision to make, honestly.
Well, and you
drafted, I don't know what you get.
You drafted Gabriel, right?
Well, he's not going to play.
I mean, well, you drafted him.
I know it.
Now, granted, they got a whole new coaching staff. It's just comical. And then, you kind of going back to the quarterback episode on Netflix with Flacco, Like here you think you got a chance, and they draft not one but two quarterbacks.
Well, what is Flacco, 80? I mean, that dude's old as hell.
Give or take.
Goodness gracious.
He calls them all kids.
Is he older than Rodgers?
Flacco? I don't think
Got to
so.
be right around the same age, I would think. I don't know, but he's isn't he with Cincinnati? Is he still there?
Flacco?
Yeah.
41.
He's 41, so he's a youngster compared to Rodgers.
Sure.
By a year.
Where is Flacco now? Is he backing up in Cincy, right? Yeah.
Cincinnati, yeah. Well, hey, good for him. He's still got a job. He's still making I would assume a pretty good paycheck.
Cooper Rush has a job in the NFL.
He does. Yes, he absolutely does. Again, poor guys.
Poor guy. Now, real quick, going from NFL guys and into some college guys. With the Big Ten Media Days going on, Lincoln Riley has entered the chat with something that is very close to my heart, and that's brisket. I know Reinagel is that way. Reinagel makes a really good brisket as well, all right? And go back, we all remember when Lincoln Riley had that awful-looking brisket when he was still at the University of Oklahoma. And I don't know when he came up with this this story, but he sat down with the dudes from Barstool, and if you guys are barbecuers and you've ever done this, if there's some legitimacy to this, let me know, because I can't figure out what kind of BS he's selling.
Can we talk about the brisket? How's the brisket looking?
Fantastic.
Did you know that when you posted that online, people were going to be like, that's a dry-ass brisket?
I didn't. It's actually one of my favorite stories. So I'm not a great cook, but I'm a decent cook. And I know I'll probably get roasted for saying this right here, and that's fine. I don't give a all right? But I think we had a bunch of guys over, our strength coach at the time, this and that. So my buddy had been telling me about doing this brisket, and my buddy is a phenomenal cook, like phenomenal. And he'd been talking to me about doing this brisket and doing it in a Worcestershire bath.
Okay.
Right? So, and I love Worcestershire on anything. Mm-hmm. All right. So I do this, have this brisket. Brisket's phenomenal, but it rips all the pink out of it because it soaks in this bath, right? Mm. So when I take the picture, I'm not thinking anything of it because the brisket was really, really good. Mm-hmm. And people say, no, it wasn't. They weren't there. Yes, it was. But I'm not a brisket like aficionado, so I don't have the pink right there on it because the smoke ring's gone because the Worcestershire bath, obviously the dark liquid, it's a goner, and that's how the whole thing came about.
That's a great story. Honestly, like you move up a notch in my book because you could have thrown that guy under the bus immediately.
Yeah. You know what we need to do in the off season? Here's what we need to do. You boys need to come out to LA. You can come sit on the back patio with me. I'll cook it up for you, and I'll let you be the judge for the world. What do you think?
We're absolutely in. But did you learn a lesson? Never post your meat on the internet. Like it's always going to end up bad.
Doesn't matter. You can try to get the right angles sometimes.
When you put it that way, it hits a little different.
Now,
it was an awful looking brisket.
It was. It looked dry. It looked jerky like.
It was terrible looking.
Now, I can do a good brisket.
Sure.
Joe does a good brisket.
Yeah.
A lot of you out there can do a good brisket, right? I've never thought about a Worcestershire bath for the brisket. I'm intrigued, but I asked some expert friends of mine, texted Grant Pinkerton. He said, the Worcestershire definitely didn't wash out the smoke ring. That's not how that works, right? And I said, well, why would it look so dry? If it's in a bath, you would think that would almost be like injecting it. It should be moist. He said, yeah, you can braise stuff and make it dry. Take a chicken breast and boil it. All right, so maybe that's why. Good flavor, but it looks dry. Looked really dry. Now, Alonzo Cantu from Gulf Coast Smoke said, I wonder if he, in the smoker, had it wrapped in foil completely covered by the Worcestershire. But even that wouldn't make the smoke ring disappear, I wouldn't think. But if it's completely wrapped in foil from the start, because
you can't get smoke in there.
I mean, yeah, you can't get smoke in there, but why would you do that? I mean, that was like what politician it was that puts his brisket in the oven and cooks it that way. Remember, he got roasted for that. But again, you don't wrap your brisket at the beginning because you want to get the smoky flavor on it, right?
Sure. Absolutely you do.
I mean, you wrap it when it's about 165, 170 coming out of the stall after you get the great bark. See, and he had a great bark on it, so if although it looked like jerky, it was awful. I just feel like this is BS, but I am curious if anybody out there, because I know there's a lot of you guys out there that like to smoke your meats. Have you ever done this? Is this a new method, or is it something I've just never heard of, which is a possibility?
Well,
let Jason smoke all your meat.
It is a possibility, yes. I'm not doing a Worcestershire bath. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to and won't. I mean, I cook it the way I cook it, and I'm going to stay that way. And I don't – I've heard of that for, like, if you want to marinate your steaks.
Sure.
Do that and do it overnight in Worcestershire. But not a brisket?
Well, I mean, and again, I'm not opposed to trying it.
I'm opposed to it. Not doing it.
I mean, a variety of ways of doing things a little bit differently. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff out there that you could – I've just never heard of that with the brisket. I know people that like beef tallow. I know people that inject. I know people that think injecting is wrong. I think as long as your end product is good. And, hell, I use a Traeger. People are upset about that.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of comments here.
If the end product is good, that's all that ultimately matters, right? But his end product didn't look good. Now
it looked terrible.
I'll take his word for it. If he said it was good, he liked it, sure. Just feels like, I don't know, that brisket photo was a long time ago. And he's like, I've been telling this stories for years. To who? Your dog? I've never heard this story before.
I never have either. A Worcestershire bath.
Yeah.
That's just
and
crazy.
Look, if I ask a Graham Pinkerton and an Alonzo Cantu, and they're both questioning it, I got more questions for Lincoln Riley.
Well, there's a lot of questions for Lincoln Riley. Maybe you ought to try harder to be a good football coach instead of trying to cook briskets. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. That guy is overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Can we say that?
I'm getting a lot of Oklahoma brisket. Dry like the Dust Bowl. There you go, Franklin. No Traeger slander around here. That's just unfair.
Well, I mean, is there anything worse than a dry brisket? I mean, or a dry, it's like a well-done steak. What the hell's the point?
Well, and again, I mean, there are people, it's dry, you did everything right, and you're a little disappointed by it. It happens. You know, I was talking to people here in the office. Dude, it's like, it's all about the barbecue sauce for me. I'm like, dude, if you need sauce for your brisket, you've done it wrong. He's like, no, I like it with the more sauce, the better. Like, you've done it wrong.
Like what? Like barbecue sauce?
Yeah, Elio. He wants barbecue sauce all over his brisket.
Wow. Okay, well, no.
Yeah.
I don't want that either. Well, okay, interesting. You know, if you like beef jerky, you like beef jerky. That's
and
great.
I do like beef jerky, but I like brisket better. And if I'm getting brisket, don't serve me jerky.
Well, I want the jerky for, road trips.
Sure.
I don't want it for dinner.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Okay.
The fact that everybody remembers what that brisket looked like.
Yes.
Anybody buying Lincoln Riley's story?
I hope not. I really hope not.
Just bag up the brisket jerky and take it with you on your next road trip.
Ah, man, there's a possibility, I guess.
I mean, look, brisket's too expensive to waste. If I've got to turn my brisket, if I messed it up and I got to turn it into jerky, that's what I'm going to do. But I ain't throwing that brisket away.
Yeah, they are expensive, that's for sure, especially a good cut.
Yep.
No doubt about it. You know, we have the debate all the time about the GOAT in the NBA. A lot of people are Team LeBron. A lot of people are Team Michael Jordan. I just want to offer this as evidence as to why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. There's no question, because LeBron wants to follow everything Michael did.
Mm-hmm.
And now there is a story out there that LeBron wants a last dance, if you will. Huh. We'll tell you about it when we continue here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circa Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circa Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circasports.com for details.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Craving real authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prices, and fun for the whole family.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield said today that he feels disrespected a little bit and that the team and he could not reach an agreement on a new contract before his imposed deadline of the start of training camp. Meanwhile, Cincinnati Bengals defensive end Shamar Stewart left practice on a cart yesterday after going down with a scary injury to his left leg, but according to ESPN Today, Stewart only suffered a hyperextended knee.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, hope your Thursday is going just the way you want it to go. Happy, though, you're spending a little time with us here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and well, we're happy to have you along. A lot of people still going with the brisket, and you got a hell of a compliment here, Minix. And I'm not sure how on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, DeReal Ren G says that he's going to say that you're the best pit master at the station. I'm not sure how he knows. Has he had your barbecue?
No.
So I'm not sure. I mean, Rob Thompson might disagree.
You know, I would probably say Rob, and Rob would probably say me because neither one of us are going to claim that ourselves. AJ, I never really had anything that's been on his grill, but he does a lot of grilling too. I mean,
I'm not going to say that. I know where I stand in the grill master ratings here at the station, and I'm not the best.
But you know what? I disagree with that. Well, no, I don't disagree. You're not the best, but you don't do it all the time.
No.
But when you do, you make really good stuff.
Turns out pretty decent.
Yes. You know, it's like I started grilling a lot during the COVID times, and I enjoyed it. It became a new hobby of mine, something that I was never good at. Barbecue was always my favorite food group. I was just never good at it. Prior to COVID, most of my grilling sessions ended with the Papa John's order because, you know, you didn't have a lot of time. I just had a gas grill, and you know, it's kind of like golf. If you don't do it all the time, it's, you know, hard to get good at it. Some basic stuff you can do. You get really creative with some of the stuff, but you put the time, the effort, the stress level, but the end result is fantastic. So you can be, like, if we were to do a competition, I think if we did 4 competitions with various judges, I think of the hosts, there would be 4 different winners because it really depends on who is eating the food after.
Well, very true. And anytime you have a judge involved, you never know what way it's going to go. So.
Exactly. And look, I mean, I'm not like sauce. Like there was a comment, you guys eat a brisket sandwich without sauce? Yeah, I mean, we get brisket sandwiches pretty regularly from Barbecue Station. Sauce isn't necessary. Now, they give you the little cup of sauce. I might dunk it in there a little bit, but not very often. I don't need the sauce to make the sandwich. Go from there. I see a lot of people saying they use mustard as a binder. That's pretty standard. Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with that. And I'm assuming Gibbs here, and he says he soaks his brisket in Dr. Pepper.
See, now, I could see that. I remember a couple, 3 Super Bowls ago, maybe 4, Emmitt Smith was talking about his rib recipe with us here on the Blitz.
Yeah.
And he soaks his ribs in Dr. Pepper overnight, and he's got a big green egg, and he does that. There's so many different ways you can do it, and really it's, you know, just helping break down some of that tissue in there. So it's certainly a possibility. No, chili and grape jelly do not go together,
no,
James Pledger. I mean, look, you can throw a lot of things in chili. But there's a guy named David Smoke who works up in Waco. And every year at Cowboys camp, he used to do this chili day. And one time we were eating this chili, and Rob was like, there's something not right about this. And it was not good. And you could tell it wasn't good because there was a bunch of half-eaten bowls in the trash can. Of course, nobody had the balls to tell Smoke his chili sucked that day. But I went and asked him, I was like, what's in there? He said, grape jelly. Yep. All right. Yeah, don't do that again.
Yeah, that doesn't even sound good. And I'm not sure, you know, not even sure why you would try something like that, to be totally honest with you. Just back to judges. I mean, Rob Thompson and I judged a brisket contest one time, and really pissed off one of the contestants.
Well, it wasn't a brisket contest. It was a chili contest.
It was chili, wasn't
it?
Yes, it was chili. Yes, thank you for that. It was chili. And
you'd have been really disappointed if you thought that was brisket.
Well, it wasn't brisket. Dude, I don't remember yesterday, much less 2 years ago. But we're doing this, and we're judging this stuff, and the defending champions entered their chili recipe. And it was the best carne asada I've ever had in my life. And I kid you not, it was the best carne asada, and I love carne asada, and it was fantastic. Well, we picked another winner, obviously, and when we went out there, and I made that joke that it was the best carne asada I'd ever had, those folks were not happy with me. So, you know, judging and doing all that stuff, it's like we've got I know I'm going to mess up your name, and I apologize. Is it Clarissa? Okay, Clarissa. I'm sorry, Clarissa. That is correct.
Clarice.
Clarice.
From a bad movie.
That is. Silence of the Lambs. Is that her husband and her go to cook-offs every month, and you never know what the judges are going to like. And she's absolutely right about that. I used to do a bunch of, I say a bunch. I did a handful of beauty pageants back in the day when I worked at Ken's TV. And then you'd have a winner, you know, me as an MC, which it didn't really matter, and then they'd go a totally different way, and you're going, well, what the hell are you looking at?
Well, that's it. I remember, you know, Alamo Heights Junior High did a Frito pie contest, and thought that was going to be an annual thing, and it was one and done. And there was a lot of strange Frito pies, and this one that was like Hawaiian, there was pineapple. I thought it was awful, and I didn't score them high. A couple of the other judges scored it high because of the creativity. I thought it sucked. It didn't win, thank God.
See, I don't give a damn about the creativity. Does it taste good or not?
Well, that's it.
That's all I care about.
It was different, but you kind of go from there. And it's like the Grills Giving that they do with CPS, big cook-off. And I love being the brisket judge during that event. But there's so many different ways. And, yeah, there's some good, there's some bad, but that's why you have multiple judges, because everybody's taste is a little bit different.
So Joe Herring just sent a text, and he says they're still very pissed off.
Well, I mean, it's true. And Joe Herring, since you're listening, a couple of comments on our YouTube page right now about bringing back grilling with the Blitz. I'm not sure if they wanted to compete or the $50 gift card to Tri-County Meat Market.
Yes, so we should bring that back. It's just a natural for Tri-County Meat Market and the Blitz.
And Joe, if you're listening, I sent your boys the video of Lincoln Riley explaining his brisket. Joe Herring Jr., he's like, it's interesting. Might try it with the Worcestershire.
Well, we'll see. I just can't do that. I can't do that.
I mean,
I'm not doing the Worcestershire. Sorry.
Brisket prices the way they are, today's not the day to experiment with brisket.
Well, that's true, even though, it's no, it's not. I'm going to keep doing it. I inject mine. I enjoy doing that, and to me, it's juicy.
Yep.
And I like it that way.
Yep. So. Let's do the Headline Blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Brought to you by Novu Brazil Brewery in North Star Mall. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
All right, 3:11. Hour and 11 minutes into the show. Time for Joe's head to explode.
Sure.
Because we're going to talk about LeBron James.
Well, I think this is funny, actually, that LeBron. Now, Pledge sent me something that somebody's claiming that he doesn't want to do this and whatever. But this is an article by The Athletic, and it says that LeBron James and ESPN are closing in on an agreement for a behind-the-scenes documentary similar to Michael Jordan's The Last Dance.
Now, keep in mind, this is LeBron's idea, no matter what you are hearing. Remember when we heard that he wanted to play another year and he was willing to play for the minimum? He signed for $8 million. And a big part of that is he's going to have a production crew following him around to document this season, his last in the NBA. And that production crew, guess who they work for? LeBron James's production company. Yeah. I don't care if Maverick Carter is denying it. That story's been out for a while. And ain't nobody believing that LeBron doesn't want anything to do with this.
Look, he wants to be Michael Jordan so bad he can't stand it. And with the ego that LeBron has, and he's earned it. Look, he's maybe the second best player to ever play in the NBA. But he wants to be Michael Jordan because he's heard this argument his entire career that you're not Michael Jordan, you never will be. He's the GOAT, you're not, and it's got to wear on him a little bit, I'm sure. And so now he wants to be like Mike and have a Last Dance documentary. Good for you, LeBron, and way to go, Philadelphia. That circus is coming to your town very soon.
The WNBA in a little bit of trouble. This is comically stupid. Angel Reese and Paige Buckner's, they made a bet during the All-Star game, and it's on video.
Yeah.
At All-Star Weekend, you and Angel made a bet with each other on this game. Is that bet still?
This is how the rich stay rich. You gotta save this money. I'm gonna see you next week on Wednesday.
Yeah.
At night?
No, at practice.
Oh, at practice? I mean, I know y'all gonna lose, but if y'all lose,
I get to have that.
If y'all win, you get it 400.
And if we lose, then you get to keep.
No, you owe me 400.
Bet I'm staying on it.
They made a bet for $400.
And again, fun, good,
sure.
Cool, against the rules. The WNBA posted that. Then, of course, they deleted it and issued a statement. While the social media post was intended to be lighthearted, WNBA players are well aware of the league's policies prohibiting betting on WNBA games and receive training every year reinforcing those policies. We recognize that the post missed the mark, removed it shortly after it was published, and addressed the matter internally.
Now, can you imagine if LeBron James and, I don't know, Luka Doncic had a bet publicly like that on video? People would go nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be like just a travesty.
Again.
But it's okay for Angel Reese and Paige Beckers to do that.
They're not allowed to do that.
Well,
and they know that.
And I don't care that they did it. It's fine. To me, it's all in good fun, but it is against the rules.
But maybe because there's no fines or punishment. It was an all-star game, so that doesn't really count. They weren't betting on a regular season game. But again, I look at that little friendly wager on who's going to win. They're both going to try hard. It's not like, all right, my number's at 17.5. I'm going to stop scoring when I get to 15. It's not like that.
Well, sure, it's not, but there probably will be numbers like that. So, you can't do that. They did it. No fines, no punishment, nothing like that. But, I mean, for the WNBA to post that, first and foremost, is just unbelievable to me. If they wanted to do that privately and have their own thing, fine. But for the WNBA to post that, it's like, what the hell are you thinking?
They weren't.
I don't know what's going on with that league
they weren't.
Sometimes.
Almost like a news director or graphics person or producer, whoever decides what graphics are going to go up when news stories are being read. Now, this happened to WGN in Chicago. We can play the news clip for you.
Public comments since a car crash 2 weeks ago that left him in some really bad shape. The team didn't announce it until last Saturday, 11 days after it happened. And officers on the scene said Shanahan was not at fault, but he said yesterday that he was to blame, said he took his eyes off the road to reach for his phone. The Palo Alto Police
While that's going, and they're showing B-roll of Kyle Shanahan, one of the photos, well, it wasn't real. It was that photo that we've all seen on the internet, the proof of life photo for Mitch McConnell. Photoshop. It's Kyle Shanahan next to Mitch McConnell's wife from the hospital. That made WGN News.
They're running this thing like it's real.
Yes.
Unbelievable. Somebody needs to be fired. One of the producers over there has to be fired. It's unreal to make a mistake like that and to think that that's real. I don't understand. I can't even imagine that happening at Ken's TV or anywhere else. Not to say that we never made mistakes, but I mean that's bad. That's bad.
And again, a news producer should have recognized that. Although a news producer that doesn't know Kyle Shanahan, that Googles Kyle Shanahan, does that come up right away? But you probably have done enough Mitch McConnell that you would recognize that photo. We've all seen it and questioned the realness of that actual photo to begin with.
Yeah, you would think. It's just unbelievable to me, man.
But yeah, Kyle Shanahan, he's doing well. He's in the hospital with Mitch's wife on WGN News in Chicago.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, some producers pleading the fifth.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's going to be a hard one to even talk your way out of.
I think Mitch's wife saw that and then was like, or Mitch saw that and was like, hey, what were you doing over in Shanahan's hospital bed?
There's still a question of whether Mitch is still with us or not. I mean, in all honesty, I don't know. Have you seen him walking around?
I don't know. I saw a picture.
Sure. Yeah, well, you see a lot of pictures. Who knows? But that's interesting, and that's just unforgivable as far as I'm concerned.
Dude, when I saw that, I thought it was fake until I saw the news clip.
Wait a minute.
I mean, we've all been got before by the internet.
Yes, we have. But not to put on a WGN, which is a pretty big news organization, pretty big channel there in Chicago. I remember watching WGN.
Sure.
Little Harry Carey.
Absolutely.
To watch those crappy Cubs play.
Come on.
Oh, jeez.
Here we go.
Unbelievable.
Here we got it.
Oh, my God. You're not going to do that for the entire season, are you?
If it pisses you off, yes.
Gosh. We got to take a break so I can go puke.
Here we got it.
Yeah, I'm going to go puke right now. I'll be back here on the Blitz.
When we're in Oxnard, we'll see if Dak will do that line for us.
I'm sure he will.
Give us a here we got it.
Uh-huh.
We'll be out there.
Yeah.
Our training camp coverage brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds. And you know nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you know you want to get out of jail fast. Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online. Go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. Of course, they are discreet and confidential, open 24/7, offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If alcohol or drug use is hurting you or someone you love, you are not alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. There is help, there is hope. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741 or visit cicada.org.
Shh, here she comes. Surprise! They sent a duplicate shipment to your flower shop. Now you have to pay for 1,000 extra carnations. Also, there's a beehive outside your store, and they're super aggressive. There's thousands of them.
Progressive knows small business owners usually don't like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise, saving 10% or more on commercial auto insurance when you pay in full.
Also, the egg salad you just ate was expired. Gross.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
That'll be $84.52.
Perfect. Grab the bags, honey.
Mom, why do you always check your phone before we pay?
I'm just claiming my cash back on the Upside app. Since we're getting the groceries here and we filled up the car on the way, I've already earned enough this morning to pay for that pizza night we're having Friday.
Wait, so the app pays for pizza?
Not exactly, but the cash I earn on stuff we need helps us pay for the stuff we want. It's just a little win for our family every week.
Get more out of your everyday. Upside is the free app that gets you cash back on routine purchases like gas, groceries, and dining out at more than 100,000 locations nationwide. No points, no rebates, just cash back straight to your wallet. Download the free Upside app and use promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus on your first purchase. That's promo code ACT5 to get a $5 bonus. Remember, use promo code ACT5.
Offers vary by user and location of participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
When you first saw her, she was out walking her dog. You didn't notice her at first. But when you finally did, it was too late. Because at that moment, you were speeding. She was out walking her dog and only had a second to let go of the leash. Your foot was on the gas, and her life was on the line. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You push yourself in everything you do, scanning headlines for insights, keeping an eye on the market. Robinhood puts you in control of your money, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
on the AJ and Rob Show. What is overrated? I'm not talking sports, in life. I want to know what the most overrated things in this world are, Rob.
I'll tell you what, it's not overrated. Free coffee. Get on the phone. Talk to us tomorrow. The party starts early, 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, Jason, they always say that coming into training camp at the start of a season, the defense is always a little bit ahead of the offense. Well, in the case of the Dallas Cowboys, I don't think that's true. I'm seeing a lot of video today by several different reporters there in Oxnard that the Cowboys offense is simply, torching the Dallas defense all over the place. CeeDee Lamb wide open over the middle. Nobody there.
Mm-hmm.
George Pickens has caught a couple of balls. Javonte Williams is running free. Hell, even Jaden Blue is running free.
No pads are on.
Oh, that's what it is?
It's like Jalen Hurts has not thrown a touchdown through 2 days of training camp. 23 of 32 passing, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions, according to some guy that follows the Eagles. One of their reporters. I mean, it's practice. But it is kind of bizarre when you look at that. Man, the defense is getting torched. Well, don't you want to see that from this high-powered offense? You know, just like if you see video from C.J. Stroud getting sacked a bunch or throwing a bunch of interceptions, well, he must suck. No, that Texans defense is really good. I think it could be a combination of both, but you're right. Generally, early in training camps, defenses are ahead of offenses, but I think in this Dallas Cowboys case, I don't want to say too unique, but this is their second year under Schottenheimer's offensive coordinatorship and everybody back against a defense that has a new coordinator, a new scheme going from 4-3 to 3-4, and a bunch of new faces. I would expect this offense to be far ahead of this defense.
I can hear it now when we get out to Oxnard next week. You know, if we can compete against that offense, we can compete against anybody. We're going to be great. I can hear it now.
Absolutely.
It's going to be a soundbite. I guarantee you next week it will be a soundbite.
Yeah, man, iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, that's it.
I can't wait till that joint practice with the Rams.
Woo-wee.
That's when I'll get an idea of this Cowboys offense going against that defense in practice.
Wow. And then they're still waiting on Aaron Donald. Who probably won't do anything while training camp is going on.
No.
But wouldn't surprise me if he comes back. And I tell you what, have you seen that dude? Seen pictures of him working out?
Yeah.
He looks like a monster.
But he is a monster.
That's going to be something if he does that. It's going to be interesting to see. Can't wait to get out to Oxnard next week, however. It's going to be a lot of fun. They will have their pads on, which is going to be nice. And we will get a better idea of what's going on. Now, when I say that to open up this segment, I was just seeing if I could make Dominic's head explode. And it almost worked. No, it almost did. You got a little like, whoa, I got to take up for them.
I'm not taking up
Dude,
for them.
I'm
stating a fact. Is that not a fact?
Sure, all of it.
All facts.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if where did you ask your wife to marry you? Do you remember?
Well, technically, I never did.
What do you mean never did?
I never did.
So y'all just woke up one day and got married?
Something like that. No, wow. We were on our way to Vegas, and remember because we're old. I had hid the ring in the battery compartment of my Walkman. And we were getting ready for the plane. I'm in the shower. She said, "Do you have batteries in your Walkman?" I said, "Yes." I just put new ones in. And she went and checked anyway. And then she comes into the shower and says, "Is this for me?" What was I going to tell her? I mean, yes,
no.
That was for you. And so, no, I technically never really asked her to marry me.
Oh, how sweet.
Uh-huh.
Well, Drake London, Falcons wide receiver, There's a story here on ESPN that says when he proposed to his girlfriend, they had Taco Bell. It was over a Taco Bell dinner. I mean, nothing says romance like Taco Bell.
Are you shaming him for going to Taco Bell?
Yeah, I am.
Why?
To ask somebody to marry you?
I mean,
it's not exactly a memory I want to have.
Well, maybe Taco Bell is their thing.
Although she said yes, so
right?
I guess
it was before the lettuce or after?
Well, I don't think there was a lettuce problem then. I'm not sure. This was, and it was only their second date, by the way. So this was 3 years ago. So Taco Bell didn't have bad lettuce then, only bad beans.
Well, I mean, you've noticed Taco Bell's like running ads like the Enchilada is back. There's no lettuce anywhere near this. Come on in.
That's the best thing they've ever had.
You get that Mexican pizza. There's no lettuce on that. Come on in.
Best thing they've ever had.
Yep.
So Drake London, Taco Bell. Who knew?
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well,
why do you want to shame the guy?
Dude, I'm not trying to shame the guy. It's you don't go to Taco Bell to ask your wife to get married.
If you're trying to surprise her, maybe. I mean, if that's their thing.
Taco Bell. Huh.
Where were you, in some fancy steakhouse?
No, you know where I was? I was at the place called Piatti's.
Okay.
Right there across from the Ruth's Chris. There.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Fancy high-end where you expect to get proposed to.
No. It's not a high-end place. It's a great Italian place.
Over there by the Alon?
We were sitting outside.
I mean, you weren't at Olive Garden?
No, but I had the guy. I said, look.
Uh-huh.
I went inside, and I told the guy, hand him the ring, and, one of those fancy things that they pull the thing off and show your dinner.
Now, to be fair, I wasn't planning to be there when this happened, but I was there. We're walking up the stairs there. We're going to that little Hobbit bar, and there's Joe on one knee.
It was a Hobbit bar?
Oh, that little bar that's right.
What the hell?
There with the door. I call it the Hobbit bar, whatever that place is.
Holy cow.
Yeah, I remember you. I had no idea that was going on. We just, and there was Reininger on one knee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the server was nice enough to come out and then, take the lid off of that plate. There's a ring there.
Yeah, it was all fancy like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What in Taco Bell? You put a lot of effort into it.
Well, I mean, it's Italian food.
Uh-huh.
Which I could eat probably every day, to be totally honest with you. Big Italian food guy. I like it quite a bit.
Daniel wants to know which proposal was the fanciest. See, though, you go back to the first one, Taco Bell might have been right up there.
I can't even remember that far back.
It doesn't matter at this point.
So I would say this one, because this is the one that is
yes, it is.
It's the one. Memories.
Now you got pedicures on a regular basis.
Get pedicures on a regular basis?
Now you know this is the one. She got Joe to go get a pedicure.
Yeah, she got me, doing a lot of things.
Now he's a wine drinker. Used to just be beer and whiskey.
That's it. Now it's wine and vodka.
Yeah.
The hell.
Uh-huh.
By the way, speaking of pedicures, that is our poll on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. Go there, like, subscribe, and you can comment there as well. You can get there by going to sasportsstar.com. Should guys get pedicures? Right now, 60% of you say yes, 40% of you say no. And I'm kind of curious because we're going to have to open this up here in a little bit, Minix, to see. All of you 40%ers out there, my bet is you've never had one. Now, would you agree with that, Minix?
Yeah, if you're anti-pedicure, you've never had one.
That's kind of the way I feel, because I was anti-pedicure until I was forced to go.
Yes,
basically, and then it was one of the greatest things ever. So I'm on a regular basis now. It's fantastic. So there you go. So go there and you can vote in our poll. And again, we will open this up at some point in time because I'm curious, the 40% of you, why you're saying no. I just don't get it. And my bet is you've never had one. So Cowboys still at practice. They ought to be getting close to wrapping things up there out in Oxnard. Brian Schottenheimer, though, on the podium today before practice, talking about day one of practice and a whole lot of other subjects as well. We're going to hear from Shotty when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last. At the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-age children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
Craving real, authentic Mexican food? Tamalitos Restaurants is now serving up your favorites at 11210 Nacogdoches Road. From fresh breakfast tacos and handmade tamales to sizzling enchiladas, flavorful carne guisada, barbacoa, and more. And don't miss this. Tamalitos Restaurant is giving away over $1,000 at the Back to School Drive on Saturday, August 1st from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Gomez Law Firm on 2943 Moss Rock Road. Great food, great prices, and fun for the whole family.
You know, life is too short to drive the same car every day. A Pascucci Prestige membership gives you access to an incredible collection of exotic and luxury vehicles whenever you want to change things up. Learn more at PascucciPrestige.com.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
I like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We asked them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Academy is giving back to school back to kids with brands like Nike, Burlebo, and Adidas. Line up early on August 1st to score a promo card worth up to $100. Be one of the first 125 in line for a guaranteed promo card valued at $20 or more. No purchase necessary. Open to Texas residents 18 or older. See academy.com/official rules.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
If you spit on me or pee on me,
there's gonna be a fight.
We are fighting, and we haven't even gotten to poop yet. And if that happens,
well, if somebody's throwing poop, I'm running.
Well,
I got other problems.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hit me with poop, it's gonna be on my back.
As soon as someone digs in the trousers, it comes out like, you're gone. I can picture Rob like leaving his wife behind. Nope. She's like, "Where are you going?"
I got to go.
She looked over. "Where are you going, Rob?"
"Doc, honey, Doc."
You get run.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Rob Thompson, and you're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yes, it is the home of the Cowboys. You hear all Cowboy games right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Once the season begins, which is not too far away. What are we, about 4 or 5 weeks away now? Something like that, Jason?
Sure.
Can't wait. We'll be in Oxnard, California next week, next Monday. In fact, we will do the Blitz live at the tennis courts there in Oxnard, California, Cowboys Training Camp. It will be their first day in pads, by the way, because they have Sunday off. So Monday will be the first day in pads, and looking forward to that. We can actually tell you what they really look like, not just throwing around in their backyard.
And again, once pads go on, we all know it can be very, very different. And, of course, at that point you're worried about injury and that sort of thing. But I can't wait. And I can't wait to see this Gotti offense. And Gotti, by the way, is the right way to say it according to Tyler Guyton.
What's the identity? Fast, physical, violent, imposing our will on opponents. Dak has a new saying, Gotti, greatest offense there is. So that's the standard for us.
That's Dak's saying for y'all.
Gotti. Ask him about it.
All right,
G-O-T-I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Irv Gotti?
Yeah, Gotti. That's his little thing now.
Greatest offense there is.
Yes, sir.
Gotti. Has he completely given up the here we go?
Here we go!
We'll find out next week in practice.
I guess so.
I mean, remember when that started, the here we go, was kind of a signal to everybody with all the different changing of plays at the line of scrimmage. When you hear the here we go, you get set, we're about to snap the ball. So that's how that started, was a communication aspect to make sure, and I think Kellen Moore was still the OC at the time, that everybody was set and ready to go. Once you got to the here we go, we're not changing the play again. Be set, be ready to go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
So we're about to go.
Here we got it.
You think the defense knows that too?
Well, of course.
Here we go.
So they're ready. They know when to go.
Well, I mean, you still don't know if it's on 2 or 3 or, what leg motion. Just, we're not changing the play anymore.
Okay. All right.
It's all about communication, Joe.
I got you.
I mean, look, football is all about the communication. And one thing that I do want to see next week when we're in Oxnard is something that Brian Schottenheimer was talking about today, and that is the running backs being used more in the passing game.
Yeah, I think so. I think we know Javonte can do it. I think, what we feel like we have in Jaden. When you're playing defenses that are trying to change the math and cheat to really elite receivers, which we have, there's usually a favorable matchup in that regard. What that looks like, we're still seeing. I mean, we've got ideas and scheme and plays, but at the end of the day, what are we good at? What do we like? What do we own? What do we not care what they're in? But yes, that would be part of the evolution.
Look, I think the Cowboys have a decent stable although Jaden Blue, I don't know. There's been some question marks with him. Phil Maffa, who knows? We haven't really seen that guy yet. So, but Javonte Williams had a great year last year. We'll see if one of those two other guys can come in and be a regular in the rotation.
And when you think about the running backs in the passing game, which do you look at that as more of an extension of the run game? But also, you still got to feed Pickens. You still have to feed Lamb. You've got a solid third wide receiver or fourth wide receiver, depending on if Lanoy or Turpin, whoever that is, and Ferguson at tight end. There are a lot of options for Dak Prescott. The question will be, can that offensive line protect him enough to get out there? And when I hear the coach talking about the running backs in the pass game, so if they're not staying in the block and because they're a part of the route, maybe they chip and then get outside, but are you concerned then, Brian Schottenheimer, about the deep passing game because will the offensive line be able to protect the quarterback long enough? And the offensive line, still a big question mark.
I'm really excited about watching what the offensive line becomes because I really do believe they're going to be, whether that's the tackle competition, Tyler Booker, Cooper Beebe going to year 2 and year 3, and then Tyler Smith continuing to be the great player that he is. It was actually fun for me yesterday watching Tyler Smith and Quentin Williams go at it. 2 of the better ones in the game. And then I grabbed BB after practice, asked him how he felt, and he said, I'm good. He said, going against Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams every day is going to make me better.
There's no pads on.
These guys understand that the concept of iron sharpens iron, but the offensive line is going to be key to what we want to do offensively.
There's no pads on. Let's hear the beginning of that a little bit, Pledge.
I'm really excited.
I mean, look at that. Oh, an offensive line question. Let's not make this audio any good because they're crap, and so is it. Like I can't make it disappear. But let's not really focus on the offensive line. Look over here. Let's talk about that defense. Good job, Coach. That move.
Yeah, that's why you got to take some of these things with a grain of salt. Look, Schottenheimer's going to be the most positive guy on the planet. That's just what he does. I don't think I've ever heard him say anything negative about anybody or anything, and that's what he's going to do. But, it is a little misleading when you're talking about two guys going up against each other when they're just in shells. And so not even in shells, jerseys and shorts. I don't know. That's why we go when we go, because that's when you're really going to be able to tell who wins that battle, Tyler Smith or Quentin Williams. I mean, that's when you're going to know, and that's when it's going to happen. And all of these wide-open pass catches by CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, that's when things matter. And so I can't wait to get out there and see that, because that's when the real football begins.
And again, I mean, you think about the pads going on, and I realize, look, while there is contact, even though they're not in pads, right?
But not like they're in pads. They may bump each other's bellies.
Well,
that's about it. I mean, what the hell? They're not banging each other. I mean, please.
Joe's got him playing tummy sticks out there.
Well, I mean, contact, please. There's no contact.
Bumping bellies.
I mean, that's about it. And Tyler Smith and Quentin Williams both have pretty decent bellies. Little bumper car action.
Kenny Clark, too.
Well, sure. That's what fat guys on the line are supposed to do and have. But, I mean, there's no contact. There's no this guy where they're getting after each other. I mean, come on. Get off my lawn. Dude, please.
I think bumping bellies is contact.
Well, it is contact.
I mean,
it's not the contact.
It seems inappropriate, but it is contact.
It's not the contact that you expect to see certainly not contact you're going to see on a Sunday afternoon. Okay?
No.
All right. Now, they may bump bellies, but
sounds like an HR violation.
I mean, all of this. I mean, all I'm picturing is, that it's all over Instagram. It was during basketball season when Charles Barkley was talking about banging other men down low and all that kind of stuff. And Shaq is losing his mind, right? Because Barkley didn't. Well, he was a legit conversation, but we're all seventh graders, right? It's just funny to hear.
Well, it is.
Yeah. I didn't hear a word you said after that.
Well, it's funny to hear, but again, it's just, look. And I see all these videos, and I know these guys out there have to have content, and social media is a big part of it. But it's, watch CeeDee Lamb. Oh, look at this play by Javonte Williams. And it's like, okay, I get it, but there's no resistance, if you will. So that's all I'm saying. Take it with a grain of salt. You want to be excited. You want to be hopeful. I get it. I understand Cowboy fans or Texan fans or whomever, but until they put the pads on, you can't tell a damn thing.
Ramon Martinez on YouTube. Bumping bellies and banging sounds like Channel 99 when I was younger. Absolutely. Every now and then it'd clear up enough where you might see a nipple. Yeah, the good old days.
But the sound was perfect.
It was.
The sound was absolutely perfect. You may not hear anything, but you can hear the, unplug it, baby.
Wow, wow.
Unplug it, baby.
You could hear all of that. And those wavy lines.
But they'd clear up just for a second.
Well, every now and then you kind of say, give me a cigarette, what they were doing. I like dinger or dong.
How about them Cowboys?
Yes, how about them?
Mm-hmm.
PJ Locke, just to update you on him, I don't know if you were with us yesterday. We We told you he went off the field. He was kind of limping. We got an update on him. The story yesterday was, he just bumped knees, and he's going to be just fine. Apparently, he's got a hyperextended knee from yesterday. He's not practicing today, but it doesn't appear to be serious. The Cowboys don't appear to be worried about it. So that's good news. With some of the other things that have been going on around the league, it's scary stuff. That's Shamar Stewart video yesterday. Looked like he was done.
Yeah.
And turns out he's just got a hyperextended knee, no ligament damage, and he's going to be back in a few weeks.
Dude, that video, and even the way they reacted, I'm surprised that not only there's no torn ligaments, that bone is still attached. I mean, that was gruesome looking. But sometimes you see that. You see something that just looks awful, and it's, all right, that's it. And then you see other stuff and go, that happened? On that, it didn't look that bad. So, I mean, yeah,
this is true.
You never really know.
Yeah, you never really know. But I'm happy for Shamar Stewart because, I mean, they're expecting a lot out of him. Cincinnati is. So, hopefully he's going to be fine and he gets back out there. Goodness knows they can't afford to lose anybody on that porous defense that they've got. So we'll see what happens there with Shamar Stewart. I'm happy for him. Former Aggie.
Yep.
So you want to see him do well.
Absolutely. You want to see him do well.
Sure.
And again, you don't wish injury on anybody.
Nobody.
I mean, that's the worst part of athletics, right? And injuries are a part of the game. But man, that sucks. Right? And like you see Malik Neighbors saying today, when I'm ready, I'll be ready. All right? I mean, sure. All right, when you're ready, you're ready. What does that really mean? I mean, because you look at the Giants it's Cowboys, Eagles, Washington, and New York. If you were to predict, in most cases, the finish this year in the NFC East, and it is a little. I mean, there are a lot of people out there predicting Dallas to win the NFC East because Philly has a ton of question marks. And so does Washington. Washington is so dependent on their quarterback, and if he's able to bounce back after the injuries that he dealt with last year, but are they going to be as strong top to bottom? I think New York will be much improved, but what is Harbaugh really going to do in 1 year? But a lot of that improvement is based on the health of Malik Neighbors. Is Neighbors going to be ready to go and return to form? And same with Scadaboo. He seems to be healthy, but with the way he plays, for how long? And Jackson Dart has to stay healthy. Defensively, they're pretty solid, the Giants are. But feels like you say that every year about the New York Giants. Yeah, they got a really good defense. The offense is the question marks. But their best offensive player, Malik Neighbors, I'll be ready when I'm ready.
Well, maybe that's his version of pleading the fifth. He doesn't want you to know when he's going to be ready. And
sure.
I mean, he considered, I'll be ready for week one. I'm in. And then, they're playing the Cowboys. He doesn't want them to know that. So it's hey, I'll be ready when I'm ready.
It's weird because he is practicing with the Giants for the most part, but there's no guarantees at this point that he's going to be ready for the opener.
No.
Which is against the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. Does individual drills, and that's all he's really been doing. But again, though, you think he's coming off an ACL injury. That ACL injury was in September last year. So he's almost a full year removed. And to your point, maybe it's just smokescreen stuff, but kind of feel like if Patrick Mahomes is out there ready to rock and roll and going through everything, you would think a Malik Neighbors would be too. Although not all two ACL injuries are the same.
I'm wondering, is that game in the Meadowlands? That opening? It typically is. They typically start on the road in New York, but I'm not sure, so I'm not saying that. But I just that always seems to be where they play. What?
In New York.
Yes, in New York. Okay, cool. It just seems like that's where they open up every year, is against the Giants in the Meadowlands, and that's where they go. So certainly looking forward to that, and I hope Malik Neighbors is ready to go. I know your boy Cam Scadaboo says he's going to be ready to go unless he, does backflips and injures himself. So we'll see. Jackson Dart, I expect him to be a little bit better. Look, I'm not expecting anything from the Giants, but I think they will be a little bit more difficult this year than they have been in the past to get by. Cowboys, though, should win that game, and we'll see how much improved that defense is and what the offense can do.
And that's really, the focal point. All the questions as we get ready to head to Oxnard next week. How is that defense going to be? The expectation for the offense, we all know, and it's legit. It's not overhyped. The defense is the big question mark.
Without a doubt. Now, there is a new acronym or new definition by Texas Robe for your Gotti.
Uh-oh.
Guaranteed one and done instantly. Sure how that works out because there's a T and it's not a D. There was also the greatest overhyped team in the NFL. Obviously, Texas Robe is not a Cowboy fan.
Here we go.
Well, and he sucks at English and spelling.
Well, don't let facts get in the way of a good take. He doesn't like the Cowboys. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. Gotti.
Got T.
Duh.
T. It's T.
Keep working on that.
Got T. This is
the Robe guy.
Definition of Gotti when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Now, I know the definition of the greatest sports bar in San Antonio, and that is the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. If you're looking for your baseball games to watch or whatever, fights, no better place than the Rue Pub with those three massive 170-inch screens, TVs all around. And when you get into the Rue Pub, go hungry. The food is incredible. They got the biggest and best wings in town. About 15 different burgers on the menu. I love the fried shrimp over there, the hot dogs, the chicken sandwich, all of it's great, the wraps. They've got great salads, I'm told. Their appetizers are incredible. I love the onion rings over there. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. So we needed a late-night meal? Don't go to a drive-thru. Get into the Rue Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. It's also a great place for you to hold your fantasy draft. They've got some very cool fantasy draft promotions. Just message them on social media. Get that set up. If you're the commissioner, you don't want to do your fantasy draft in 12 different houses. Get together with your buddies. Go have a couple of buckets of beer and some wings and have a good time. Rue Pub number 3 is opening soon in the greater San Antonio area. Number 2 is open in Rockport. So if you're heading to the coast, make sure you head up the Rue Pub in Rockport. Here in San Antonio, get into the OG location. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant at 281 and Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Hey, good morning. You're heading to the airport, right?
Yep, thanks for checking. I like the car. How long have you been a rideshare driver?
About 3 years now. I really enjoy it.
Isn't it hard to make money these days with the price of gas being so high?
Not for me. I use Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get money back when you get gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get cash back every time I get gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
I'll make around $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code STRONG for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank account or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code STRONG for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code STRONG. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and details.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text BAIL to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, Adam Schefter is reporting this afternoon that the New Orleans Saints and star wide receiver Chris Olave have agreed to a 4-year contract extension worth up to $132 million. Chris Olave getting paid 4 years, $132 million. Cincinnati Bengals defensive end Shamar Stewart left the practice field on a cart yesterday. Turns out it's a hyperextended knee. He'll miss several weeks.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is Thursday. Hope you're having a good Thursday, everybody. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, we appreciate you stopping by here. Spend a little time with us here on the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. That fellow over there is Jason Minix. You having a good Thursday, Minix?
Not as good as some. Are you I know you're not a card collector.
No, not a card collector. Probably should be, but I'm not.
We all probably should be, and we're going to say that after you find out a 1-of-1 Shohei card sells for $10 million after a collector pulls a Topps Dual Gold Logo Man autograph.
$10 million? Is that what you said?
Yeah, $10 million.
Wow.
Dude, pulled the card at his local card shop in Boca Raton, Florida, and then promptly sold it for more than $10 million.
Wow. Hey, good for him. And, why beat around the bush? Don't hang on to it. If somebody wants to buy it right then and there, you buy it. I always wondered about that. Did I ever tell you the story, Benix? I almost won a Harley Davidson on the golf course.
No.
This was years ago. I'm playing in a charity tournament. I think it was put on by the Spurs, in fact, if I'm not mistaken. It was a par 3. There's a nice Harley Davidson down there for a hole-in-one.
Yeah.
I was like inches away, which is what she said.
Yeah, you're always a couple inches short.
From being perfect. But, I mean, if you imagine winning something like that, and I said at the time, had that gone in and I've won it, I would have tried to sell that thing before I left the golf course.
Oh, absolutely.
For a bargain price.
As somebody that has been a part of winning a car, it's really expensive to win a free car. It is really expensive in winning a free car.
How did you win a free car?
It was at one of those casino night fundraiser deals, and you turn in your chips for a gazillion raffle tickets, and our raffle ticket won.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky you. So, you got to pay the taxes on it, obviously.
Not only do you pay there's a couple of things that ended up happening. Yeah, you pay a raffle tax, which is
a raffle tax.
BS.
Yes.
And if you take the lump sum cash value of the car, then I don't know. I think it was like $21,000. It was a $30,000 Mercedes, right? Or you could trade that $30,000 Mercedes at 30 in for a different Mercedes and only pay taxes once, which is ultimately what we ended up doing. But it was really, really, really expensive for being free. Like, hey, you won something, and all that money's up front, which is why, like, when Oprah gave away all those cars and people couldn't take them because they couldn't afford the taxes on them.
So wait a minute. So you're saying before you take possession of that car, you have to pay the taxes?
Yeah.
Right then and there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, not right then and there, but a couple days later when you go to the dealership and work out the deal.
Oh, well, okay. And then you got time if you need to call the bank or whatever and get your ducks in a row?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, paying the taxes is still a hell of a lot cheaper than whatever the car costs.
Well, it is, except for it's all up front.
Okay.
Right? But, I mean, ultimately, it's a great deal to win a free car. Don't get me wrong, but it's expensive, which is why, like I said, Oprah tried to give away all those cars and all those people were excited, but they didn't have the money to pay the taxes up front to be able to get the car.
Well, that sucks. Oprah should have paid for it.
You still got to pay taxes on that.
That's what I'm saying, though. Oprah should have paid the taxes.
Yeah.
I mean,
she could cover it.
As rich as she is, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
She could have done that. Car for you and a car for you and a car for you, and I'm going to pay the taxes on it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many cars she gave away, but say 10.
It was 100.
It was 100?
It was like her entire studio audience.
Okay. And the taxes, I don't know, what, 10 grand?
Yeah, give or take, maybe a little bit more.
What was that, $100,000?
Why are you spending Stedman's allowance money?
Yeah, whatever. And that's about right. So 100 grand for Oprah, like you pulling out a $10 bill.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, Oprah. I'm disappointed.
You know what's not disappointing but kind of mean is the internet these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
I just saw a Tony Romo doing that Dak hip thing with those Wisconsin cops. There's some really, I mean, the creativity of some people. I wish I could do that. Then again, I'm glad I don't have the skill set and the time to do that. But that's funny as hell.
No, and there's been a lot of those that are coming out now. That
the best one was you had a concussion, any head injuries, and then it edits into all the times that dude's laid out on the field. Poor guy. Poor guy.
He did have a lot of back issues. That's for sure. Now, Justin, back to the car thing, is saying, and I think he owns or runs a car lot. $95K in taxes on a car is just under $6,000. So that's a pretty expensive car if it's $95,000. $50K is $3,000. He's saying 6.25% is the vehicle tax rate.
Yeah, and then there's also the raffle tax that you have to pay.
See, I don't know how much is that.
It was a lot. I think we spent $10,000 or $12,000 on this car.
We need to have a new Boston Tea Party, for goodness sake. Good gosh, a raffle tax. And they try to tax you, an inheritance tax and a.
Trust me, I'm going through all that too.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It really is ridiculous because all the stuff your mom had, she already paid taxes on it.
Well, what's interesting, and every case is a little bit different. And I know so many people are going, this is where you have to have a lawyer, and they're not free.
No.
Or a CPA. Some of the stuff you're getting, and they're saying you don't have to pay taxes on that. And then other stuff, they send you a check, but the taxes are already taken out of it. I don't know the difference. Like, what's the difference between the way this was set up and the way that was set up? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know. And I just
know the estate sale this weekend, that's cash.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Well.
The estate sale, they're like, yeah, we generally just deal with cash.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Like,
good. It really is. It's unbelievable. A raffle tax.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard of. Just nuts. I don't know if you heard me mention Chris Olave. Just got paid.
You did.
About $33 million a year is what that equates to, which obviously doesn't make him the highest paid wide receiver in the world. But it's not bad. Only $90 million of that is guaranteed. but there was a list out of all the Ohio State wide receivers who have gotten paid. So Ohio State is certainly turning into wide receiver U. That's for sure, if they haven't already. JSN leads that group, obviously, and by far. But I find that funny, and I think Ohio State's got another pair of pretty good wide receivers this year. So it's interesting depending on the school. Everybody seems to specialize in something.
Mm-hmm.
In Ohio State, lately at least, it's been wide receivers.
$90 million guarantee.
Yep. Good for him.
You know, a lot of those guys coming from Ohio State, there's a little bit of a pay cut to go to the NFL.
Yeah, it may be.
I know. Big Ten media days are going on, and Kyle Whittingham has another idea of a way to fix college football, if you will.
Well, let's talk about it because I agree with Coach Whittingham completely on what he's trying to set up and do here. I don't think it will ever get any legs, but you just never know. So we'll hear from the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area, they have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. In fact, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, but best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you're injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
San Antonio Sports Star sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Roseanne's lost all of her humor. She's a miserable woman.
I never found her funny, so she just got more miserable.
Snooki. Damn.
She was a cochina. She was like, bleh.
All right, enough of this. Grow up, Vic. I can't do this all day.
Oh, yes, we can.
That's a Jersey Susia.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the home of the Aggies. This is Andrew Monaco. You're locked on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Pedicures, yes or no?
Yes.
For guys.
Yes.
That is our poll question on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You can get there by going to sasportstar.com. Should guys get pedicures? There is an ongoing feud Going on between Coach Summerall of the Florida Gators and Dan Orlovsky of ESPN. Orlovsky says no, but Summerall, wife, said he gets one twice a month.
Twice a month, every 2 weeks.
That's incredible, dude. Twice a month.
I mean, he can afford it.
Well, he can. I don't get one quite that often.
No, me neither. Me neither. Pledge, are you a pedicure guy?
Never had one.
Are you opposed to getting one?
Not opposed to it. Just never had one. I don't know if I could. My feet are kind of ticklish.
So are mine.
Yeah, mine are too. And again, they get that little cheese grater thing out, and you're just going. But that once that's done, you're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
The rest of it's incredible.
But like violently ticklish.
Violently ticklish.
What does that mean? Violently ticklish.
It's like saying explosive diarrhea. You're either ticklish or you're not.
Well, yeah,
explosive is. You never hear, I have a mild case of diarrhea. You never hear that. It's always explosive.
Yeah,
you're
it's
either
the squirts.
ticklish or you're not.
It's a mild case. You got the squirts.
Well,
I mean, somebody else might have mild. If I'm dealing with it, it's explosive.
I really want y'all to go and vote on this thing because I am really surprised, and not in a good way. Should guys get pedicures? Yeses say 58%, no's at 42%. And I'm curious as to why that is. Will you write your reasoning there if you voted no? I'd kind of like to know.
Again, if you're afraid of it because you got ticklish feet, violently ticklish feet. Right? All right. If your feet weren't overly ticklish, would you do it? Or do you just think that's a girl thing, no guy should do that?
No, I'd do it.
Now, 8:30 Clay on our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page says he just had foot surgery, but after it heals, he says, I intend to get one.
I'll tell you, I was kind of anti-pedicure for all those reasons.
Me too.
Up until my daughter's high school graduation in 2016. I won't say forced to go, but I was forced to go, and I went. I'd been missing out. I truly missing out. And when you go, there's always lots of dudes in there. Sometimes by themselves. It's not just you do it with your wife or your kid or whatever, your girlfriend or all three, whatever the case may be. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But I used to be that way. Now I say that I've only had a pedicure once or a manicure once. I'll get my feet done. I've only done one manicure.
You don't like manicures?
Just same kind of thing. Like, yeah, I can do that myself.
Well, my problem is that I don't have many.
Yeah,
much in the way of fingernails. But I'm not opposed to that either. I've had that done probably several times, and it is what it is. The pedicure is the thing, though.
Yeah,
I mean it's like a foot massage.
Look, if I'm going to spend $60, it's on my feet, not my hands.
It's like a foot massage, for goodness' sake.
It is a foot massage.
I mean, it's outstanding.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you get it with the hot stones?
The hot stone and the.
Oh, man.
The jelly stuff that it's great.
It's unbelievable.
I mean, we sound bougie and manly here on the Sports Star, but trust me, boys, pamper yourself.
I'm telling you.
Don't be opposed to it.
I'm not ashamed.
Those ladies, whatever they're saying, I don't care what they're saying and making fun of me. It doesn't matter because it's awesome.
They're not making fun of you because they know. They know how good it is.
Sure.
I'm telling you. They know.
Tip them well.
Yes.
Big Ten Media Days going on, and obviously lots of different stories. Kurt Cignetti, clearly the Big Ten is the best. It's not hype. Sure. Lot of crap going on at the University of Michigan with all the crap going on, but their new football coach, and it's kind of weird to see Kyle Whittingham in Michigan garb. I mean, because he was at Utah forever, but he's a Michigan man now. And his thoughts on how to fix college football.
I think it's got to be an NFL minor league model where we have a salary cap. And, the players are employees. I think, as distasteful as some of that is, I don't think there's any other way that is better than that. And, right now it's out of control. I mean, we're going to have probably, a dozen teams in the next recruiting cycle with $50 million rosters. And there's such a disparity between the haves and the have-nots. And I think that the only way to get that evened out and level the playing field is to go ahead and pattern it after an NFL like I said, a minor league NFL model and a super league, if you will, and you'll probably see 48 to 60 teams survive the cut and be on the right side of the line in the sand and proceed forward.
I have no issue with what he just said there, and we've been saying this for a long time. College football needs to be just like the NFL at this point in time. You need to let them unionize and have a salary cap and all of that kind of stuff, and I think that's the way you solve this problem, and it's all uniform for everybody across the entire United States. I'm not even opposed to a super conference where you've got everybody in there divided into regions or however you want to do it. And let's go.
And again, I like the idea that he's going with. Now, keep in mind, one of the reasons that they've never wanted to pay the athletes before and make them employees is the insurance. And if you get hurt and the long-term health care that you're going to be responsible for, that's one of the biggest expenses still for the NFL once guys get vested, which is why you see, 3 years and 4 weeks, 3 years, 4 games is when you're vested, which is why you see a lot of guys, they make it 3 years and a week, 3 years and 2 weeks, because then they would get that retirement and the health care for the rest of their life. So there is that business side of things. In college athletics, I think it's 5 years after you've played, correct me if I'm wrong on this, they're not responsible for you anymore, no matter what your injuries were. So making them employees is a whole nother financial situation that universities have never wanted to dive into. Now, draw a line in the sand and create a super league, whether it's one big conference or the SEC, the Big Ten. We're talking about all the big boys here that can afford that salary cap that they're talking about. He talked about a dozen teams with $50 million rosters. What does that do for a school like UTSA? All the schools in the American or in the group of 5 are no longer going to be a part of that Super League. And quite frankly, there are some teams now in the SEC or in the Big 12 that wouldn't be able to make that cut either. And are you cool with, all right, the minor league college football, the minor league NFL football, are these 48 or 60 teams, and then what is everybody else, basically FCS football at this point?
Well, look, I think you can figure that out. If the big boys go one way, why can't you do the same thing for the other guys in a large way? Obviously, the salary cap would be a lot less than it would be for the bigger schools, but then you would have equal footing. To me, and you've talked about this for a long time, having 2 separate playoffs, one for the power conferences and one for the UTSAs of the world. I think that's a brilliant idea because, again, I don't care what Tim Pernetti, the commissioner of the American, says. The American Conference cannot compete with the SEC. They cannot compete with the Big Ten. They just can't. When you get into, and we saw that in the playoffs. Tulane is a great example. They just got rolled. And so, look, to have teams compete with each other, I think it'd be brilliant. And I think college football fans would eat it up. I mean, can you imagine a playoff where you've got UTSA playing, I don't know, give me a team.
James Madison.
Okay, there you go. Great example. You get excited about that, and UTSA hopefully wins that game and moves on.
You'd feel like you have a chance to win.
Exactly.
My question, though, with the Have League, let's say the salary cap is $50 million, and they're getting a bulk of the TV money. What about all the other programs? Are they just not going to play football? Because at that point, it's bad enough now that a guy like Jeff Traylor can go and find a guy that couldn't play at Texas coming out of high school, develops him, and now, all right, Sark needs somebody in. All right, let's just go pluck him away. I still think one of the ways that they have to do to help save the smaller schools is to compensate those guys every time a player goes up from a group of 5 to a Power 4 conference. Now, we do see it both ways, and UTSA has some dudes this year. They were up, they couldn't get on the field, and they've come, and now they're playing at UTSA. But they're also playing and chose UTSA because they knew that they weren't going to be able to stick wherever they were or go to another like school that would be at that level. There's got to be a way, though, that those that are on the other side of Kyle Whittingham's line that he's drawn in the sand, whether it's 48 or 60, that those other schools still have a chance to compete and have a watchable product for their fan bases.
Well, look, I mean, if you're going to do this and it's a minor league option, you're not going to have a transfer portal every year. You're not. You're going to sign contracts. You're going to be there for a couple of years. You've got to make that part of the deal where you can't just go and pluck people from UTSA or vice versa. If you're going to sign with a school, you sign with a school. You're going to make X number of dollars or whatever you negotiate, and that's what it is. And so you won't have guys jumping around from school to school to school. You're going to have to play out some sort of a contract situation, if that's what I think Kyle Whittingham says here. So if UTSA has got guys that sign here at UTSA, guess what? You can count on them. And as a head coach, I would think that would be outstanding, that you've got this team for at least 2 or 3 years or whatever the case may be, and they're going to be here. You can plan. You don't have to bust your ass in the transfer portal to try and fill voids where guys left. And you make it where it's decent money, obviously. And that's what guys want to make. I'm not opposed to college players being paid, but you need a system. You've got to have a system. And there is no system right now. They're trying to make tweaks, and they're trying this, and the federal government's trying to do what it can, but they can't get their poop together to even vote on this thing. And then you've got the Big Ten and the SEC they're opposed to certain provisions in this thing. So it's just a mess. I love Kyle Whittingham's idea. How it would work in real life remains to be seen, but there are a lot of smart people that can figure this thing out. I just think the first thing is you let these kids unionize. Let them unionize. And then you start negotiating. They've all got agents anyway right now. So that's not going to change. But I think it's a great idea. Now, it won't work for anybody else or any other sports. But for football, which is the biggest moneymaker for any college, it needs to happen.
When you look at all of this, and I like the basis of the idea, whether they're employees or unionized, and that feels like it's inevitable. You heard Jeff Traylor here on the Blitz last week, just getting rid of that transfer portal in May window. Only one portal window was a game changer because he knew what he had in the spring is going to be what's on the field this fall when they kick off in early September against UTRGV. That's the team that was practicing a couple of weeks ago is the team that is going to be kicking off. He wasn't worried about, all right, well, oh, damn, we just lost a safety. We were counting on him. So that helps. And I agree with contracts. A 2 or 3 year contract, could there be an out? Sure. Does there need to be a penalty if there's an out? And that goes for the school, too, because all these scholarships, while they're 4 years and you hear that, they're really 1 year deals that are renewed.
That's it.
Right? And so, but I think there needs to be that commitment on the school side as well. And again, if they're a union, there's going to be a negotiation. But I'm with you. 1 year here, 1 year there, when you're watching the draft and you're seeing highlights from 3 different universities for this guy in 3 different years, we really do now root for the logo, and it's hard to fall in love with and start rooting for individual players. That's where you look at a guy like Owen McCown. Dude, give that guy a lot of credit.
Absolutely.
He is still here. A variety of reasons for that, but he is still here. If you're a Texas State fan, the fact that you get another year with Brad Jackson as your quarterback, that's great. And in today's world, surprising.
Absolutely surprising. And it to me, sad and very sad with guys just jumping around, chasing whatever money or the highest bidder is out there. And I understand it. You want to make money, and that's what everybody's chasing. Let's face it. But there's got to be a way to make it where it is uniform for everybody. And right now, when you're talking about the UTSAs of the world, although Traylor's done a great job, and a lot of smaller university coaches have done a good job of their culture, and you want to play for a guy like that. But at the same time, you can't count on players being there. When we talked to Jeff Traylor last week, he was so thankful that they moved from 2 transfer portals to 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just think about that. Think about that and the worry that they have to worry about and whether they're going to have a team that they're counting on or not, or they're going to have to, at the last minute, fill in. And it's just, to me, is just unbelievable. I love college football, and I think the college football game is good, but I know we can improve it, and you can improve this system. And what Kyle Whittingham is suggesting here, I'm all for it. How do you implement it? Well, that's another thing. But I think it can be done.
And again, selfishly, as long as that plan somehow protects a school like UTSA, that would be my biggest concern. No offense to Jeremy Urban and the Trinity Tigers, but UTSA can't become Trinity. If all the, and again, 48, 60 teams, there's going to be still thousands of players that are going to be looking for a place to go play that can't play at that level in the quote-unquote minor league or super league of college football. And you follow the NFL model, which is 32 teams, but it could expand to have basically your AFC and your NFC and your divisions in there coming out of the SEC and in the Big 12 and the Big 10 and meeting the college version of the Super Bowl.
I think it would be great, and I think TV networks would pay for that. I think college football fans would love it. And then if you've got that set and you've got a smaller set of playoffs on the other hand, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I follow a little bit when it comes to Division III and their playoff system. Think about that and watch it. It's fantastic.
Dude.
It's fantastic.
When Erica was at Sam Houston State and they were in the FCS and they were always in the playoffs, and her senior year, they win the national championship. Now, it was the spring football and all that because of the COVID stuff. But it was so much fun following that group and being in Dallas for the championship game against South Dakota. Or South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits. It was so much fun. UIW's had a couple of playoff runs, and seeing the UIW fans travel with the Cardinals when they've been in the FCS playoffs. It is fun, and it's unfortunate because the current system that UTSA fans don't have that opportunity. And when UTSA, under the current system, is able to break through and get one of those playoff spots, you know that they're going to go play a game, and the chances of them winning that game are going to be slim to none, but it's going to be fun to go travel wherever. Last year, seeing the James Madison fans going up to Oregon, knowing that they were going to get torched, but those boys had a lot of fun because they were invited to the party.
Sure, I get all that. But again, whether you're Tulane or James Madison or whomever, and playing a game, and I'm sure the coach filled their heads with hope and faith and all of that. But, I mean, realistically, you're not going to beat this team. You're not, unless they just completely, poop the bed. So that's got to be disheartening. You want to go up there, you want to make a good showing, you want to have a good time. I get all of that, but when the game starts, you want to win. And if you know you're pretty much beat by the time you get there and the gun sounds, well, that's got to be discouraging. Something interesting, Nick Harris from the Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Now, he's speculating, and I will too, but he's got a picture of Jerry Jones, Stephen Jones, and Dr. Dan Cooper in a 5 to 10 minute conversation in a white tent. He says, look way more in depth than just talking about P.J. Locke's hyperextended knee, but no way to know.
Now, Dr. Cooper is the one that did the surgery on Max Crosby.
So are they talking about Max Crosby? Interesting. Now, we can speculate all we want to, but that doesn't happen all the time that I'm aware of, or I certainly don't see it, where Stephen and Jerry get into a tent with a doc and just shoot the breeze. They're talking about something, that's for sure. We'll discuss that and the rest of the NFL when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call. In the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. It's 2. Now we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594. 800-300-4594.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here, and I've got a question for you. What if every month you had access to a different exotic car? Well, that's what Pascucci Prestige membership is all about. Instead of owning one dream car, you get access to an entire collection of incredible vehicles and concierge-level service. It's luxury without the long-term commitment. You know, if you've ever wondered what it's like to live the exotic lifestyle, this is your chance. Pascucci Prestige. Visit PascucciPrestige.com and book your ride today.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Are you an adult with uncontrolled moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms and still packing a backup bag of clothes? Just in case? Skyrizi Risankizumab Riza can help you take control of your Crohn's. Feel significant symptom relief, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements at 4 weeks. Plus, Skyrizi is proven to help people achieve remission and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Individual results may vary. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Ready to take control of your Crohn's? Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
Control is everything to me.
Learn more at skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, what is overrated? I'm not talking sports, in life. I want to know what the most overrated things in this world are, Rob.
I'll tell you what, it's not overrated. Free coffee. Get on the phone. Talk to us tomorrow. The party starts early, 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Well, as you might imagine, the Twitter sphere is going nuts. Hearing about Jerry, Stephen, and Dr. Dan Cooper's meeting. Bring on Max, one guy says.
I mean, why not? Look, Jerry on Tuesday stirred that pot up again.
He did.
Candidly, I'd be very interested. I'd give up future to add substantive to where we are today as to a player, to give you an idea about would I invest something substantive to get the right kind of deal to improve us opening day. I would. I feel that good about this team this year. And of course, you know that I haven't seen this team play together. And so, but in general, looking ahead, I think we've got a chance to be worthy of spending some future if we saw an opportunity.
Are those kinds of conversations that are ongoing, or is that something, hey, let's look at the first 2 weeks of camp and then address to see if you want to put something substantive?
I talked to yesterday. I talked about a situation yesterday with another team and another owner.
Those were Jerry's comments, the State of the Cowboys address on Tuesday. But it kind of fits in with what's going on. Jerry implying that, yeah, he's looking for a big fish of some sort, whether that's an edge rusher, a linebacker, whatever the case may be, offensive lineman. There's something that Jerry wants and something that they're going after. But you see the speculation when they're talking to Dr. Cooper, who was the one that really put the kibosh on the trade, the Raiders to the Ravens.
And you wonder if he ends up with the Cowboys. I don't know what the word is. Tampering isn't the right word, but maybe. Because, look, all these doctors, you're a team doctor for one, but Dr. Cooper operates on a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Jerry's saying we got all the info in the world. Well, does he not believe Dr. Cooper? Or, Dr. Cooper wouldn't have lied to the Ravens, right?
No, he wouldn't have.
But everybody knew at the time he would not have passed a physical to begin with. Was there cold feet almost immediately from the Ravens when they did that? I mean, because what did they get? 2 first-round picks. The Hendrickson deal. I don't know. There's just so many things there, but you listen to the things that Max Crosby has said since. He wants to be a Raider. He went right to work as soon as he got there, walked back in the building. They were like, what the hell are you doing here? And he told everybody there, I'm here. I'm here. And so you do wonder how much Mark Davis, who has said nothing but great things about Max Crosby, and he's a Raider for life kind of deal. If did I say Al Davis? If Mark Davis is willing to do that, will Jerry give up the 2 first-round picks? And again, when Jane Slater asked him about walking away, there was that long pause. It was about 5 seconds that felt like 5 minutes, and he quickly said, "I did not walk away."
We didn't.
Little laugh.
No, no, because there's nothing more to elaborate about, but we did not walk away.
That's interesting. And it leads you to believe, or you can believe whatever you want, leads me to believe that Jerry wants Max Crosby on this football team. I think he does, and I think he's going to try to do whatever it takes to get him on this football team. And I can only imagine if you're talking about this defense being improved and the things that they still might be lacking, linebacker, edge rusher, you get a Max Crosby on this football team, all of a sudden, I think the Cowboys go from I don't know where they rank as far as the favorites to win the Super Bowl, but it certainly ups their ante. And I think you would see that in Vegas and everywhere else. That would just be a huge move. And yes, is your answer. You give up 2 first-round draft picks.
And again, I would, Jerry in the past wouldn't, or would he now? And again, what he said Tuesday, very different than what we're used to hearing from Jerry Jones. But he also talked about how much he believes in this roster. And we always talk about Super Bowl windows. That offense is Super Bowl caliber. Dak Prescott is in that window. Will Dak get another deal from the Dallas Cowboys when this one is up in a couple of years? I would say no, if he doesn't have a Lombardi trophy. If he has one, sure. You look at Jerry and his age. Is he looking at his life window? And how many more seasons does he truly have left? And you hear Brian Schottenheimer, who was so excited about his defense a year ago, he fired everybody, and they changed out half the players, saying today how excited he is about the defense.
Yeah, again, I think I've talked a lot about how excited I am about this defense. And again, the scheme's cool, but it's not the scheme that brings it to life, right? It's the players. And you just mentioned two of those guys with Duran and Demo, and some of the additions that we've brought in here. Kobe Durant, I mean, what a good football player. I mean, Donovan Ezaraku going into year two. We're excited about Malachi Lawrence. Shamar James going into year two. Another guy had a great day today was Barham. I mean, you watch Barham. I mean, even playing for a rookie, playing in helmets only, but the ability to block, destruct, and get off blocks and things like that. It's a heavy-handed guy that, you know, we love the versatility of him to be on and off the ball, stuff like that. So I'm so excited to see what this defense is going to do this year.
How excited would he be if Max Crosby showed up?
Well, I think he'd be pretty excited about that. I really do. It's interesting because everybody's speculating. Now, Bobby Belt is responding to the Nick Harris tweet saying Najee Harris is still a free agent. And now he's fully recovered from his knee injury. I'm not sure if you're going to go a big fit, if running back is the position I would do. I just don't know. I mean, I see where Belt's going with that. But I'm just not sure that running back is the place where you need somebody. Obviously, you've got Williams. He's the guy. The other two we don't know about.
And maybe that's why Najee Harris, and knowing Bobby Belt, I don't know that he doesn't throw out that name because, one, that's typical of what, kind of like Williams, guy coming off an injury, not getting a lot of look. The 49ers, They brought in 3 running backs today to work out. None of them are named Najee Harris. Now, granted, they're looking for backups and whatnot because, you know, they have a pretty good running back you might have heard of. But in reality, it'd be out of left field and disappointing if you're thinking Max Crosby. But has Bobby Belt heard the name from somebody about Najee Harris and, you know, that tough runner kind of style? He would be inexpensive coming off of injury, which is why he is there in that backup split back role, especially if they're not completely sold on Phil Maffa or Blue.
Well, when you look up Najee Harris right now, there are a couple of teams that are tied to him. One is the Seattle Seahawks. The other is the New York Football Giants. That's just according to reports that I'm looking at right here. None of them mention the Dallas Cowboys. And I think, look, Jerry said, I mean, this to me would not be the splash that I'm hearing from Jerry Jones. This would not be that. If he goes out and does that and you've got another running back, okay, well, good. But I don't know that moves the needle if you're talking about the Dallas Cowboys here. Not when they need a linebacker and an edge rusher.
Well, not every move they make is a needle mover. Well, it's a necessary mover. But they don't fit to what Jerry was saying. And then we're going to circle back to if no big splash move gets made to his definition of what all in is from a couple of years ago when he said they were going to go all in. Maybe.
Well, he obviously didn't say all in this time, but He did say mortgage the future. I just don't know. Do they not have any faith in Blue or Phil Maffa? Is that what you're telling us? If you go out and make a move for a guy like this, because again, you talk about a gamble. He was a good running back at one time, but he's coming off a pretty major injury.
He is, although I mean, I think two things can be true at the same time in a situation like this. because Najee Harris was really good at pass protection, right?
Okay.
And he might be really good again. That's the kind of level that you don't lose. How good is Jordan Blue or Phil Moffitt at pass protection? You look at goal line situations. With what they have, are they good goal line type running backs? They might have all the confidence in the world in a Jordan Blue or a Phil Moffitt, but a Najee Harris might be better for situational football. And they're going to keep more than 2 running backs anyway. So I don't necessarily know that they just have no confidence in there, but if they truly do believe what they say, that they're always looking to improve their football team, does a Najee Harris and his skill set improve the football team? And again, that was just a name thrown out by Bobby Belt, but is that Bobby Belt speculating, or is that Bobby Belt, I've heard that, let me throw this one out there?
Well, perhaps. But again, when you Google Najee Harris, the Cowboys are not mentioned anywhere.
No.
Doesn't mean that they're not talking about him. I'm not implying that, but it's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Giants are the 2 teams that are said to have at least interest in Najee Harris. So we'll see what happens. That could very well be it. But it's fun to speculate because of what Jerry said on Tuesday. And that's why I think. And then you get a meeting like this. And I don't know, Jason, I'll ask you, besides somebody of major caliber being injured, like we saw with Tony Romo and then Kellen Moore when the whole Dak Prescott adventure began, I've never seen Jerry and Steven pull Dr. Cooper into a white tent and have a 5 to 10 minute meeting with him.
And again, that's the part I just Googled. No reported record of Dr. Cooper ever doing any work on Najee Harris. So it's not like he's got extra intel. But that is a strange place for that to happen. And you and I have been out there enough to know that the Cowboys are very aware of where the cameras are and who is on that perch in between the 2 practice fields with Jerry, or when they're walking around, who they're talking to. So that's a conversation that couldn't wait, or at least it feels that way.
Yes.
For all we know, I mean, who knows? It might have just been, hey, man, I haven't seen you in a while. Where you at? But also, while practice is going on, Jerry Jones generally isn't in the tent that they're in.
No.
That's kind of a viewing area. Sometimes you see some of the, like Jerry's wife might be in there. Jerry watching practice as the general manager during practice normally is in this scaffolding tower deal that's in between the 2 practice fields so he can watch everything that is going on. So for him not to be in there, now granted, was it after practice and they were coming down? Was he going to do some media or meet fans because he signs autographs and takes pictures after every practice as well? And it could just be a simple, hey, I haven't seen you in a while, let's start talking. Or it could be exactly what it is, and that's the Cowboys being very deliberate, knowing that speculation is going to go, and that is Jerry stirring the pot, which he is known to do.
Well, and again, Nick Harris got a close-up of this. So they weren't necessarily trying to hide anything.
No.
Jerry could have had a reunion with Dr. Cooper in over dinner tonight. I don't think that's it, where it's, I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, they're talking about something or somebody. Now, maybe that's Max Crosby. Maybe it's Joe Blow. I don't know. But they're talking about somebody, and I think they're clearly wanting to know what Dr. Cooper thinks about whomever they're talking about. And for them to go in there and do that at this point in time and at that point in time, whether that was just after practice or just before it ended, to me is very intriguing, and it leads to a lot of speculation, as we're seeing on social media right now. And as it should, because you couple that with what Jerry said on Tuesday. So,
again, Jerry stirring the pot, because I can almost guarantee you, P.J. Locke hyperextended knee is not a 5-minute conversation.
No.
And honestly, P.J. Locke, if it's all right, it's a little bit more serious than that. I don't know, is a 5-minute conversation with Jerry Jones.
No. and his injury is not that severe.
But I'm saying if testing came back, and maybe it is, I still don't know that it's that long of a conversation. You know, it's crazy how brutal the football world can be. What is it, Doc? ACL. Crap. All right, move on.
Sure.
Right? It's not. It's just so. What do you want for lunch? You want cheeseburger all the way? Pledge said no onions today. You want fries? Yep. I mean, that's how they talk about injuries. It really is just that typically, because it's that next man up mentality.
Yeah, I just I think this is something else. I mean, that's just me speculating, obviously, but I can't recall seeing any kind of meeting like that during practice or just after practice ever, that they were to pull him into a tent like that instead of going into the into the building. They could have very well done that. Hey, Doc, we need to talk when we get in the building. You got a few minutes, and let's meet. They pulled him into a tent.
Yeah.
Right there. I mean, so to me, that's the urgency that we're talking about, that something is going on. Now, again, I'm speculating, but something's happening.
And that tent, just to kind of paint the picture for you guys, you've got the 2 practice fields, and there's a kind of a tunnel walkway area towards the tennis courts where they've got like VIP seating. But right in front of the fence is this tent, and it's in between the 2 fields. Walking up, not typically where Jerry is at, but by all accounts, I think practice is still going on. So Jerry normally would be up in his perch. And if for whatever reason he was watching practice from there, which would be a really crappy angle for the general manager to be watching practice from, unless he was walking over to the VIP thing, which Jerry typically does not do during practice, and typically he goes the route of the players sometimes, or there's another entrance over to the tennis court. So again, for all of those people to be in that tent area during practice is, I think, what's raising most of the questions from the media who understand the layout and the routine that especially Jerry and Steven go through. Half the time, I don't even know that Dr. Cooper is out there at practice.
Exactly. And if he is, he usually stays out of the way, and you don't see him much. But you know, some people think we're reaching on this, and we may be.
And we might be.
We might be reaching on this. It's possible. All I can tell you is, by as many times as we've been to Cowboys training camp, and it's a lot, I have never seen Jerry or Steven or anyone associated with the Cowboys, Will McClay, pull a doctor into a tent with the urgency that they obviously did today and have a discussion. So that's all I'm going to say. Again, it could be a reach. It could be nothing. But it's just a little unusual as far as I'm concerned to have that type of a meeting either while practice is wrapping up or just after practice, where it couldn't wait until you got inside the building, out of the reach of every camera there is. And so we'll see. We'll see what happens when it comes to this. It's going to be interesting. Jason, we need to give away some tickets, my man.
Let's give away some tickets
to the Texas Trophy Hunters Extravaganza, which is taking place. Let's see, August 7th through the 9th out at Freeman Coliseum, the Expo Hall there. You can win a family 4-pack of tickets right now to go see the granddaddy of all hunting shows, because it is back. In fact, they're celebrating their 50th year, which should make that thing even more special than it normally is. Now, if you don't win tickets today, you can go to ttha.com and you can buy them there. But if you want to win a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the Texas Trophy Hunters Extravaganza next weekend, not this weekend, but next, all you have to do is be caller number what?
What number is Max Crosby? I'm kidding, Pledge. Caller 9 at 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776.
Good luck around the NFL when we return here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville, and everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the Roo Pub is growing. Heading to the coast, the Roo Pub Rockport is open and rocking. And just in time for football, Roo Pub number 3 will be opening somewhere in the greater San Antonio area. Details coming soon. Follow Ingram Bar Group on social media or go to ingrambargroup.com. And of course, the OG Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. We'll see you at the Roo.
The cost of mesothelioma treatments can exceed $400,000, and families often face losing their homes and life savings just to pay the bill. The Rights and Claims Department of Flint Cooper has helped victims secure financial support they need to pay for their care and ensure their family's future. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma and don't have legal representation, call Flint Cooper now at 800-606-8169. Time is running out for you to file a claim, so don't wait. Call 800-606-8169 for a free consultation.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, we told you about New Orleans Saints wide receiver Chris Olave getting a deal today. 4 years, $132 million, $90 million of that guaranteed. Meanwhile, Saints utility man Taysom Hill, they've announced that he's not going to return after 9 seasons. He is now a free agent. That's a little strange. By the way, this is too. Tampa Bay knocks off the Rangers this afternoon by a score of 3-2.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is a Thursday. The weekend is in sight. That is for sure. It is just about here. This is the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We appreciate you joining us on this Thursday afternoon. If you're getting off work right now, congrats. It's Friday for you as far as I'm concerned. I'm Joe Reinagel. That fellow over there is Jason Minix. You'd consider that Friday, wouldn't you, if you're off work?
Sure.
It's like you don't have nothing to do tonight.
Almost Friday. Well, I mean.
What do you got to – how was your pickleball adventure last night?
Pickleball was good.
Did you win?
I did.
Oh, stop.
I did.
Get Joanne on the phone.
I mean, you can text her.
Is she still at work?
No, she's at home with the handyman guy.
That's
fixing the microwave.
All right, I'll take your word for it, Minix. I've never known you to lie to me before.
Beat her 2 games to none.
That I know of.
Yeah.
Well, why are you doing that? Why don't you let her win?
Why would I do that?
Well, she's your wife.
Do you let your wife win at golf?
I don't have to try to lose. Okay.
You don't just let her win every now and then?
Well, no. I mean, she's pretty good. Don't get me wrong, but she is a lady.
Wow. I'm glad to know that she is a lady.
Wait a minute. Now, there are a lot of...
That sounded awful, right?
There are a lot of female golfers that would just kick my butt. I realize that.
Paige?
Well, I wouldn't be able to swing. There's a few out there, right? But, I mean...
I don't think you got to worry about that. The
no,
club will still pass.
Well, you never know. We see Paige. She might be in for a lesson or two.
Really?
You never know.
Mm-hmm.
She can teach me how to do a backswing.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? Just think about it, Minix. Her standing behind you, teaching
Dude,
you how to.
I know your wife's out of town, but we don't need to have this conversation on air.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Oh, Suki. Juan says maybe Jerry wasn't feeling good, had too much pizza at Toppers, or a hangover from the Rudder Room.
No.
See, now, Juan's a great guy, clearly a long listener, and he understands the routine when we go to Oxnard. We always go to Toppers Pizza, even though one of our former crew members tried to ruin that place for us, and the Rudder Room. And did you see our good friend Jane Slater posted from the Rudder Room the other night some videos of her very close to some of those seals.
Yep.
I do think this is the year Ryan Eagle gets close enough to the seal to get a photo.
Well, we'll
Jane
see.
did. Jane got a photo with the seal.
Well, okay. Good. Good for Jane. Happy for her.
And she would kick your ass at golf, too.
Yeah, and she's probably one of those that would. Yeah, she plays all the time. It's all you see on her social media. She's always playing golf.
You play golf all the time.
Not like she does.
Well, it's football season now. She won't.
You mean good?
No, all the time. Like
you're even wearing your golf club at Texas shirt right now.
I am. Yeah.
You play all the time.
White belt?
No,
he doesn't have a.
I don't have my white belt on. I only do that when I tuck the shirt in. If I'm not tucking in, I'm not wearing a belt.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, it's funny how we're just cowboy slurpers, apparently, according to YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine that's from a Texan fan.
Well, no, I'm just saying, look, when we're talking about our experiences out there, and we just want you guys to know that this is unusual. That's all. That's all we're saying. Now, we're speculating, throwing spaghetti against the wall, but this is unusual for this kind of meeting to take place on the field.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So that's all we're saying. Whatever happens, happens. But apparently we're reaching around.
I mean, look. You know.
Are you now?
Well, apparently. That's what I've been told.
You know, two things. That's my team. I talk about my quarterback.
Well, it's not my team,
It
though.
is your team.
I'm being objective.
You are, but again, I do think
I'm being objective
even though
here.
some of you will disagree, we are very objective and very critical of the Dallas Cowboys when it's appropriate. Is that my team? Yes. Can I separate and hammer them? Yes. Just like a lot of you. But again, we've been out there many, many times. You understand the routine, and that was unusual. This on top of Jerry's conversation the other day, his quote about stirring the pot and also mortgaging the future for a big fish, coupled with we didn't walk away from Max Crosby. So the idea, and more tea leaves, because generally he said he talked to another owner yesterday. Most of the time you'd be talking to a general manager. But if you remember what was going on with the Raiders and Max Crosby, a lot of those conversations were going through Mark Davis.
Uh-huh.
It was Mark Davis that was more of the spokesperson.
Hey,
in a trade of that magnitude, the owner is going to be involved big time. So there's a lot of, as soon as Jerry said it, it started the Max Crosby speculation talks again. Hell, USA Today has a big-ass article about the whole Max Crosby trade that didn't happen. It was called off. All of that is there. And then when you see Dr. Cooper, who did the surgery on Max Crosby, spending that much time during practice. Now, granted, it might be with shorts on, who knows. But Jerry typically watches practice, especially all the team drills, from that perch. It's unusual when he's not in that perch.
Very unusual. And again, that's all we're saying here. And not getting excited, not trying to get anybody else excited about what may or may not be happening. But we can tell you with certainty, we can tell you that this kind of meeting doesn't happen. It just doesn't. And so this is unusual, even for the guys there in Dallas that cover this team every day. I mean, for Nick Harris to do this and speculate about it just doesn't happen, especially in view of a camera. So it obviously, that tells me it was a hurried meeting, that it was something they just went in there and started talking. And so that's all we're saying.
Yeah.
If nothing comes out of this, so be it. Nothing comes out of it. But the fact of the matter is, this type of meeting just doesn't happen very often.
It doesn't. And again, I'm not going to hide my Cowboy fandom, but can I be objective? Yeah. Am I a Cowboy fan? Yes.
Yes, you are. And a Dak fan club president.
I'm not a Dak fan club president.
Jason Minix, he's got the plaque in the office. Dak Prescott fan club president.
Now you're lying. Now you're lying.
Oh, how does that feel?
Well, there's no plaque in the office. Now, was I a card-carrying Romosexual? Yeah, absolutely. Do I think Dak is a great regular season quarterback? I do. Playoff Prescott is what he is, and that's the biggest problem with Dak Prescott. As you've heard me say many times, he's a great quarterback, but he has taken this team as far as he can. He needs other guys around him that are going to carry them over the line if he's ever going to get a ring. I think we all know that. But to say Dak sucks, he doesn't. He doesn't. It's kind of like with C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud doesn't suck. He has just happened to suck when it's important the most, and that's what matters the most. But kind of like a couple of years ago with his new deal, when all that Dak president of the fan club, it wasn't that I wanted to sign Dak, and I said that many times, even though you guys refused to hear it. It's what was Jerry going to do? Jerry was not going to go back to life that he lived between Troy Aikman and when he tripped into Tony Romo.
Yeah, but did he have to pay him $60 million a year?
Well,
no, he didn't.
He did.
Well, he didn't. No, he didn't.
What was his option? He was.
I don't know. I don't know what the negotiations were.
He was out of tags, and even while on the tag, never brought in anybody to compete with Dak. So that's how you knew he was going to get the deal.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, if they would have negotiated, I don't know, $55 million, $56 million, Dak might have taken that. I mean, did Dak insist on a $60 million a year contract? I don't know that.
I mean, it's I think we do, because he didn't take 55.
Well, was he offered that?
Probably. Probably. I mean, Todd France is a hell of a negotiator.
Sure he is. Look, that's water under the bridge, and it's neither here nor there. And again, that's what he's got, and he's playing that out. He's got to do better in the playoffs with this whole Gotti thing.
I know.
Is that just is that just the regular season, or does that include the playoffs?
It better include the playoffs.
I'm asking for a friend. Of course, they got to get to
the playoffs for them to use it in the playoffs.
I'm asking for a friend. I mean, if that's just a regular season Gotti, then that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not Gotti in the playoffs, then well, it's one and done.
I mean, look, Dak is saying all the right on the podium right now. He said Tyler Smith's going to stay at guard because I know Guyton is going to handle his business outside.
Oh, my gosh.
Here we go. Here we got him.
Prescott. Here we go. See, he's changing into Brian Schottenheimer. Right before our eyes. You got Andy and Opie right there together.
Dude, you
Shotty and Dak.
Can we come up with a reference that's a little bit more current?
I'm just
half of our audience doesn't know who Andy and Opie are
because they don't make television like that anymore. That's
Try to
why.
shove it up their ass.
Like what is it? I mean, seriously, there's no two goofballs like that anywhere else.
You're a dumb butt.
Modern that people would happen. I mean, the positivity level is just like, my goodness. Tyler Guyton sucks, and he should be better than that. But let's face it, the guy has not been good. And I'm glad Dak Prescott has faith in him. That's good. And when Dak's laying on his ass because somebody beat Tyler Guyton, we'll see how he feels then. Jeez.
Got to have faith.
All right.
George Michael reference.
I tell you who doesn't have faith is Baker Mayfield. No faith in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, that's for sure, and he's a little bit pissed off about it. We're talking about it. We continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. First, though, I want to tell you about something that you really need to pay attention to because, well, just kind of make your dreams and your fantasies come true. All right. Have you ever thought about driving, I don't know, an exotic or a luxury vehicle without the commitment of buying one? Pascucci Prestige has something really unique. In fact, they're looking for founding members right now. Those members are going to get exclusive perks. Now, instead of owning just one car, and we're talking about Lamborghinis, we're talking about fancy Audis, we're talking about, cars that, are $200,000. You know what I mean? These cars are expensive. So number one, paying for those cars is going to be expensive. Paying for the insurance is going to be expensive. Paying for the maintenance is going to be expensive. Why do that when you can become a founding member of Pascucci Prestige and drive those cars when you want to, and then you just turn them back in? You don't have to worry about it. Perfect for date nights, business meetings. You want to impress the boss. There you go. Weekend getaways, or really just because you want to. If you've never driven a car like this, you got to do me a favor. You got to go to PascucciPrestige.com. That's PASCUCCI Prestige.com. Check them out. If you want to try it before you become a member or a founding member, you can do that. They will allow you to rent one of those vehicles for a day, for a night, for whatever. You can try it out. You can see exactly what the deal is. It is an amazing thing. Membership benefits galore. You get 5 driving days a month, 1,000 miles every month, and early access to some of the brand new vehicles. Just check them out. I want you to go to PascucciPrestige.com. Again, it's PASCUCCI Prestige.com, and ask them about becoming a founding member.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and the Gomez Law Firm present the 2026 Back to School Drive. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1 or while supplies last at the Gomez Law Firm, 2943 Moss Rock Drive. Free backpacks and school supplies for all school-aged children while supplies last. Saturday, August 1st from 11 till 1. Sponsored in part by the College for Healthcare Professionals, AI United Insurance, Central Med, Tamalitos Restaurants, Somerset Academy, and Romo Door Supply.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. San Antonio, Tamalitos Restaurant is now open on 11210 Nacogdoches Road. Stop in for authentic Mexican food and unbeatable lunch specials every day. Brisket sandwiches, beef tacos or enchiladas, and more. Tamalitos Restaurant on 11210 Nacogdoches Road.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Scorching hot deals are here at North Park Chevrolet's Heart of Summer event. Get 0% interest for 60 months on a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom, and don't make any payments until October. Or drive home a new 2026 Traverse for just $36,999. Or lease a new 2027 Equinox LT for just $399 a month. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes from Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob show, what is overrated? I'm not talking sports, in life. I want to know what the most overrated things in this world are, Rob.
I'll tell you what, it's not overrated. Free coffee. Get on the phone. Talk to us tomorrow. The party starts early, 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, Minix, question for you. You do an interview, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago. Do you remember every question you asked that interviewee?
Sure I do.
No, you don't.
If I asked a dumb question, it'd eat at me for 3 or 4 weeks.
Well, yeah, I'm not opposed to that. So I'm getting Claymore. So he's laughing at me because I asked if Kingston Flemings ever saw Michael Jordan play.
Well, there is YouTube.
Well, there is video. And of course, I know he didn't watch him play live. I wasn't implying that. The kid's, 20, 19, whatever he is. But there is video, and he is Michael Jordan. I would assume if you're a basketball fan, which I'm thinking Kingston is, you might have seen Jordan play on video. Which is what YouTube is it not? Is that not video?
It is video.
Okay.
Zapruder film style.
Just saying.
Well, it's just because you're getting all the black and white TV references going, and maybe you assume everybody watches old stuff.
Well, I'm trying.
Maybe, did you ask him if he watched Wilt on YouTube?
No, I did not.
Kareem?
No. I only ask about the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Now, I could have asked him about Kobe Bryant, perhaps.
Sure.
Maybe he would maybe watched Kobe. I mean, you grow up, you play basketball, you might want to know a little bit about the history of the game you're playing.
Sure. I'm with you.
All right.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense to me too.
Makes all the sense in the world.
But that's fine. That's fine. Make fun of me, Claymore. That's fine. I hope you're happy.
Weeks later, though.
I hope your day is great now. That's great.
You ruined Reinagle's
I'm going to cry, but that's all right.
Look at you. My goodness.
Damn it.
Wow. Come on, Claymore.
Guys are so mean to me. I'm telling you.
Everybody's mean to Joe. And then I look at our poll, 58-42. Should guys get pedicures?
I don't understand that.
I don't either. What are you laughing at now?
Eagle fan, being a smart ass. He watched Jordan right after the Andy Griffith show, which would have been a perfect order to do that in. You don't have to go to YouTube, by the way, to do that. I mean, there's TV land.
The fact that you know where that's at.
Of course I do. Dude, they just don't make comedy like that anymore. Everything's happy and, well, yeah, they do. Up at the Star in Frisco or in Oxnard, California, same thing.
You've lost me.
Positivity, baby. Learning lessons. Everything's great. Tyler Guyton is the man.
Nobody said that. He's going to hold his own.
Okay.
He just has to be good.
Uh-huh.
Play solid, and they'll be fine.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you're on that. Why are you Mr. Negative?
Well,
I mean, who pissed in your cereal today, man?
Let me give you a list here. I'll give you a whole list of people.
Uh-huh.
Just go to our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, and you too will see who pissed in my Cheerios this morning. And while you're there, vote in our poll.
Like Tim Spence has reached in to your box of cereal and then taken a big old bite, licked his hand, and stuck his hand back in. I have not seen Reinagel lose his like that. This right here, that's about as angry as you get.
Dude, I came around the corner and witnessed that. I was like, what the hell are you doing?
I'll eat any nut under the sun.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing? And he was like, oh, is that a problem? Yeah, your dirty-ass hand is in my box of cereal. I don't want any. I told him to take it. I don't want any more. Holy cow. All I want's a good bowl of Captain Crunch in the morning. And that he took that away from me. Just ripped my heart out.
After he was scratching himself, probably.
And he was licking his fingers like.
He did. It was gross.
And I'm like, damn, then reaching back in. I'm like, dude.
You didn't want him after that?
No, Pledge. I did not.
No issues like that at training camp anymore.
No.
I don't know if that plant is regrown yet. Last year, how long ago was that? I just no. The dude lost his lunch while we were at Topper's Pizza, and then the next year the bushes were gone. Like he killed them.
You talk about disease, and so you want me to eat Captain Crunch after that?
Yeah.
That was the same trip.
73, 74 was the only one he went on. We never brought him back.
That was the same damn trip.
Oh, my God.
So there you go.
I remember, and it was 71 degrees wearing hoodies, and that dude's sweating like nobody's business. God, poor RJ on that trip.
That guy just got up from the table, didn't say a word, and went over to the rail and just blew chunks.
Projectile.
That's it. Didn't say a damn thing to anybody. Like, hey, fellas.
Sat back down like it was nothing, and then went and did it again.
Hey, fellas, you might want to turn away.
Yeah.
Something. I'm about to lose my cookies.
Yeah, cookies?
Well, I don't know, buddy.
Probably. Well, no, it was about 3 a.m. when Rob DoorDashed those. That was one of the other funny moments, man. One of the it was late, and Rob DoorDashed some cookies. He wanted a cookie, but you got to buy a dozen of them from McDonald's. And then he starts getting angry like Reinagel just was because the DoorDash guy or Uber Eats, whoever it was outside the house and telling Rob to come get him. And Rob opened the door and he went in there. And Rob was getting pissed. Then he goes out to the car and the guy had no legs. Right? And so Rob came back in feeling bad because he was so angry that the guy didn't bring the food up to the door. But when he went to,
Well, I mean, you assume if you're a door dasher, you might be able to dash them up to the door.
Well, or send the message like, hey, I'm handicapped. I for these cookies, can you just come out and get them?
But yeah, dude, I can't walk.
But Rob didn't know that, and Rob was like, "Where are the cookies?" Guy's been outside for like 15 minutes waiting for Rob to come. It's in the book.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It's hilarious. Oh my goodness, Baker Mayfield pissed off because he thinks he's being disrespected, Jason, by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Well, he set a deadline to get a contract done, and he's done you'll see several different interviews with Baker today because he was on a mission today to rip the Tampa Bay organization as kindly as one can be ripped. But he wants everybody to know he's pissed off. This is the interview he did with Jeremy Fowler with what he perceived was the problem with contract talks.
I mean, it was all three between years, average, and guarantees. Probably the most disappointing is years. Didn't get offered anything over 2, and so when you're told you're a franchise quarterback and they handle it otherwise, that's disappointing. So felt like I earned that. It's not a poor me pity party over here. It is what it is, and so that's why I said the deadline was training camp. Focused on the team, focused on getting better, and trying to give this team a better chance to win a Super Bowl.
Look, when you're talking about Baker Mayfield, he's pissed off. He wants a contract. He wants to be one of the high, in that group of guys in the $50 million a year range, and I get all of that, and I'm sure that will be worked out. It wouldn't surprise me if they do that before the season starts, even though he said that's it. But I do, and I will say this, and I'm not the biggest Baker Mayfield fan, but I have a lot of respect for the way he's handling this. He's not acting like a baby. He's not sitting on the sidelines. He's saying, you know what? I want to win. I want to win with these guys, and I owe it to these guys to be the best quarterback I can be.
No, because I know I got a bad taste in my mouth from last year, and I know the potential that this group has. It's still, for me, the most important thing is winning and making sure that I'm a team-first guy, and I wanted our guys to know that, and then I was dead serious about it. So never considered a hold out, hold in. I want to win ball games. I want to play with these guys. It's a special group, and that's why it feels like home.
There's an on-air light outside, is there not?
Salespeople, I tell you, I don't understand them.
Yeah. Or a big sign on the door.
Unless they brought goodies or something.
Yeah, did they bring goodies?
I have no idea.
Who the hell knows? We'll find out.
Oh.
But again, no holdout at all for Baker, right? So you look at the way he's handling, and again, he said many times today in a variety of outlets and platforms, he's disappointed because the owner has said he's a franchise quarterback. The general manager has said that. His head coach has said that. And a 2-year deal for far less than what he thought his value is. And during his press conference, not the interview with Fowler, but during his press conference, he went over that. Like you stack me up against where some of those guys are that are in the $50 million club, he should be in that club as well. And when you watch Quarterback on Netflix, you can tell how bought he is in to Tampa Bay. And I think that's probably what hurts the most from a personal side, that you feel like you finally found a home. You want to make this place your home. And it's time for a contract. You've had a prove-it deal since you've shown up, and you've proved it. And then they want to treat you like when you first got there. We'll give you 2 years and see what's up at whatever the dollar amount was. He never said what the number was, but it clearly wasn't high enough for because he said years, guarantees, and dollars. None of the three were anywhere close.
No, they weren't. And look, I don't know what's going on in Tampa Bay, but they're pissing off two of their best players, that's for sure. Baker, though, is not demanding a trade. He's saying, I want to win. Let's go. Forget about this stuff. It'll work itself out later. Again, if what they were offering was an extension, okay, you got 3 more years there. You are 31 years old. And look, to some extent, I can't blame the Bucs for not giving him a long-term contract. Now, I don't know what he's looking for, 3, 4, 5. I'm not sure, but it's I don't blame the Bucs. They've got to think about them too. And as good as Baker's been for Tampa Bay, and he has been, again, he's north of 30 now, and you just don't know.
He's playing good football, and you got to reward the guy.
Well, they were going to reward him. It's not enough for him.
Again, he feels disrespected, not rewarded.
Well, again, it's business too.
It is.
Right?
It is.
So I don't know what he's – I'd have to know what he's after. I guess $50 million plus.
Yeah.
He wants to be in that club.
He's probably the 16th highest paid quarterback, and he probably wants to be in the top 10.
So I'm just curious, if you're Baker and they came back with, okay, we'll sign you to a 2-year deal for $100 million. I wonder if that would satisfy Baker. It would be an extension, so in essence it would be 3 years this year, and then the new contract kicks in.
I think he's looking for more years. I think he truly is looking for more years. I would do well, it depends. Is it 2 years at 100 guaranteed? Because his first contract was like 3 years for $100 million, but whatever it was guaranteed was But he had to take that deal because of where he was, kind of the crossroads in his career.
But he's fulfilled that, and so he's going to get every penny.
Yeah.
Of that deal. So,
he's from Lake Travis. It's not like he was broke anyway.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Well,
I mean, he played at Oklahoma, too, and there's another flaw in his system. So
he walked on at Oklahoma.
Well, I'm just saying.
He walked on at Texas Tech.
Well, he's had to prove it his whole. Look, I don't blame the guy for wanting whatever he can get. I get it. And that's what, and again, the respect that I have for him today is a lot better than I had for him yesterday. Just totally honest, because of the way he's handling this thing. A lot of guys would have said, well, screw you, I'm taking my toys, I'm gonna hold in right over here. He's not doing that. And he has a lot of respect for that team. And I think, look, to me, if I'm the owner of the Buccaneers, that goes a long way as far as I'm concerned. And maybe you rework the numbers a little bit. I don't know what situation the Bucs are in when it comes to their payroll. So again, all of that's got to factor in, but they're pissing off Vita Vea and now Baker Mayfield. So at least I'd say they go right to the top of the offense and the defense. So
have a good camp, boys.
Yeah, let's go. But all respect to you, Baker, for the way you're handling things, buddy. We got more tickets to give away, Minix.
How about the San Antonio Missions?
That's right. We've got a 4-pack. To go see the Missions take on the Springfield Cardinals, the AA team of the St. Louis Cardinals, in case you were wondering.
Nobody cares.
Oh, they do care.
They don't care who the Missions are playing.
Well, there you go. It's the it's the Springfield Cardinals. If it was the St. Louis Cardinals, that'd be something, wouldn't it?
Well, you can go watch the Springfield Cardinals. It's kind of same for you this year.
Well, I won't be here next Tuesday.
Ah, good point.
So, but if you're going to be here this Tuesday, and you want to win a family 4-pack of tickets to $2 Tuesdays, brought to you by the fine folks at 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. All you have to do is be caller what?
In honor of Baker Mayfield, caller 6.
Caller 6, 656-3776, 656-ESPN. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Want to tell you about my good friends at Stevens Roofing before we go, however. Look, they're the absolute best in the business for roofing, for solar, for whatever you need when it comes to your house. Your biggest investment, why not go to the best? And Stevens Roofing is the best, and you don't have to take my word for it. They've been in business here since 1983. I mean, just think about that for a minute. That is an awfully long time to be in any business, much less the roofing business, which is very competitive. It just means that they take care of their customers. They do the job right. And Stevens Roofing and Solar has that reputation. It is outstanding. If you think there is an issue with your roof, if you think those latest storms have done some damage to your roof, and now with the heat pounding down on that roof, get it checked out. I mean, it's just like anything else. If you can get it checked out before a small problem turns into a big problem, obviously, that's always better. Stevens Roofing and Solar, 210-785-0994. Have them send a crew out to your house because they'll do it for free. Under no obligation, by the way. They'll check to make sure everything's okay, or if there's something wrong, they'll let you know that too, and then you can decide how you want to fix that thing. Stevens Roofing and Solar, the best. Don't go to anybody else. There's a lot of fly-by-night companies in this town. Stevens Roofing and Solar is not that. 1983, remember that. 210-785-0994, or you can get them online at stevensroofing.net.
San Antonio Sports Star sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California begins Monday afternoon at 2. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? The IRS won't quit until they get your money. Here's great news, fresh from those in the know. Major changes have happened at the IRS. If you owe more than $10,000, you may be eligible for a 99% reduction of what you owe. Haven't filed a return for a while? Their happy clients are talking.
The IRS was going to levy my bank account, but Guardian was able to prevent that and fix all my IRS issues. Thanks again, Guardian Tax.
Need relief from crushing tax debt? The IRS now has special programs. Guardian Tax knows all about them. Personal or business, this is the fresh new break you've been hoping for.
We aren't the company you call when you need a hug because you're scared of the IRS. Guardian Tax is the company that wins when you need it most.
Guardian Tax Service is really great to work with. They really help me out. I'd recommend them highly.
Call now for a free confidential consultation. 800-505-7915. 800-505-7915. 800-505-7915.
The largest gun show in San Antonio is at the Shriner Auditorium this weekend. Texas Gun Shows is open this Friday from 4 to 7 p.m., 10 a.m. to 5 Saturday, and then 10 a.m. to 4 Sunday. Texas Gun Shows is at the Shriner Auditorium on 1604 this Friday through Sunday.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
From the people who brought you It's the Dog Park comes.
It's a hot spot on your dog's leg that the internet says you can treat it at home. You're not sure though, 'cause now it's oozing.
Protect your dog from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance.
Ooh, he's licking it. Super gross, dude.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms.
You've got a big day, so you use Unstoppable scent boosters to give your laundry non-stop freshness. So no matter how long the day goes, you
can't stop this power, this walk, this pose, this strut, this look, this talk.
Your clothes will be so fresh you can confidently strut into that end of the day meeting like a
boss, 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 bosses. Let's talk business in my office.
Add new Unstoppables beads to your wash for 24-hour non-stop freshness so you can smell unstoppable.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Nigel, I'm going on vacation. Don't touch anything.
I won't let you down. Enjoy your time off, J-Dog.
Folks, it's good to take time off, but your home's plumbing and air conditioning, well, when they decide to take a surprise vacation or start working overtime, that's a problem. Call Quarter Moon and we'll get things back on track, working right and at a fair price. Call Quarter Moon 651-5899.
Okay, team, I've supercharged the coffee machine. It's extra hot and dispenses 10 times faster. Allow me to push the button. Quick, call the plumber!
License number TACLA 88589E M16004.
The IRS finally caught up with Louie.
I hadn't paid my taxes in 8 years. I owe the IRS a lot of money.
Louie was in deep trouble.
We're going to take your house, put a lien on your bank account, garnish your pay. They don't care. They're going to take your paycheck.
Louie found out about Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $3 billion for their clients.
Optima Tax, they help me. They calm me down. They make me feel comfortable, and I trust them.
Louie has a lot to be thankful for.
I don't owe the IRS anymore, and I'm able to live a comfortable life, a lot better life. It was because of Optima Tax.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation. Take it from Louie.
If you owe the IRS, don't go it alone. Give Optima Tax a call. They can help you.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
What is the greatest word of all time? What's your favorite word to say?
Oh, there's lots of good words. Try to think of my favorite word. The one that I hate the most, moist.
You don't like that word?
Moist.
I like it because people hate it.
Do you prefer swampy?
Well, see, swampy is probably more appropriate. I like the automatopoeia. I like it sounding like what it is.
Musty.
Poontang.
You can't say
it kind of rolls off the tongue.
Poontang.
Grow up, boys.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Cowboys sideline reporter Christy Scales, and you're listening to South Texas's home for Dallas Cowboys football. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Well, looking forward to seeing Christy Scales in Oxnard. I'm sure she'll be a guest on this fine program at some point in time next week. Looking forward to getting out there. I'm Joe Reinigle. He's Jason Minix.
And all next week, our AA Best Bail Bonds Dallas Cowboys Training Camp coverage brought to you by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. Can't wait to get out to Oxnard. I might even go get a pedicure this weekend, knowing we're going to the beach.
Maybe.
Wouldn't be hard to convince the wife to go do that.
Get a pedicure? Sure. Yeah.
Never is hard to convince her to do that.
Not at all.
Normally it's the other way around, but
it is. But typically now that I know what I'm in for, it's like, yeah, babe, let's go.
So pedicure talk today on the Blitz brought to you by Dan Orlovsky. In a way, our poll question on YouTube, should guys get pedicures? 59% say yes, 41% say no. Got to believe the 41% saying no have never had it. Admittedly, I was against them until my daughter was graduating high school in 2016 and made us all go get them. And I realized I had been missing out.
Yes.
It was a great revelation. So John Summerall, new coach at, where is he at, Florida State or Florida? Florida, right?
Yeah,
Florida Gator coach. His wife ratted him out during one of those ladies' clinics that they do by telling a reporter who asked, tell us something about John that most people don't know. Well, he gets pedicure twice a month. And Dan Orlovsky lost his mind on Get Up.
You never get a pedicure? I have never gotten a pedicure.
Oh, it's a delight.
I never will.
Yeah, no, it's
I am
great.
completely against pedicures for dudes.
Why? What for?
You're a dude. You're not supposed to get pedicures.
Yes, you are.
Nah,
Nothing
man.
wrong with being pampered. Oh, it's a delight.
No. I'm so against this. This is a thing for me.
You're coming with me.
Dudes should not be getting pedicures.
Who am I told is laughing at this? Monica Jay Will? Can we put them up there? Feel good. Jay Will?
Just nasty feet, Dan. Just nasty feet.
My feet are awful. I totally agree. But I'd rather have awful feet than get pedicures.
Oh, come on. They scrape the terrible taste.
You're also not the person who should be having an opinion
I love
on
a
this.
pedicure. Are you kidding? It feels fantastic. I totally agree.
I've got my friends taking their teenage sons to get them.
Yeah, I think it's an excellent idea.
What?
Yes, and you should join them. And I've just got a text here from your wife who says, yes, I think, Dan, Greeny, talk him into it.
Trust me.
I'm talking you into this.
No.
I know where we're going after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, talk him into it. He's got gnarly feet.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I'm sure these fine people that do pedicures have seen all kinds.
They've seen worse. No matter how bad your feet are,
guarantee you that.
They have seen worse.
I can't imagine doing that. But hey, I know some of those people make pretty good coin.
Sure, they do, and it's awesome. Again, if you're not doing this, man, you're missing out. You could be like Pledge. I'm afraid, man, my feet are violently ticklish.
Violently
is the term Pledge used earlier in the show.
I don't know what that means, Pledge. What does that mean? Do you just like go into convulsions, or what happens?
Yeah, like my feet start kicking and I can't control them.
That's all right. They've seen it. They've seen it all. They could handle it, and it's awesome. Maybe one of the better parts of this whole thing is Orlovsky does that, and Coach Summerall finds a photo of Dan Orlovsky smelling the shoe of Molly Karam. And you go, what? I don't remember this being a big deal. But Coach has a great memory because back when Molly was actually on First Take, this has been a while, he got busted for sniffing her shoe.
They're Attico. The brand's right on there.
You don't need to know.
You don't know anything about brands. You're the last person to talk about brands.
Ain't that something? Him of all people.
Are you really sniffing the shoe? I just got the shoe and I have tights on. Don't be weird.
I don't know about you, Dan. I got to keep an eye on you.
You know, he might have a foot fetish.
Yeah, he might have
Dan might be one of those. Dan might be one of those.
No, that's right.
Ain't no leave it, Dan. D.O.
It's a nice black patent leather pump.
These are like the lazy heels.
Okay, would you give me my shoe back?
Wow. Joe's toes. Now, do you blame him for smelling the shoe?
Yes.
It's Molly Karam, for goodness sake.
I don't give a damn. And you're live on television. You're smelling your shoe live on television.
That's one thing. But I'm just saying, I mean, what other opportunity was he going to get? He had to take advantage of that opportunity. So he got
So you're saying you would have smelled your shoe?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying he saw an opportunity and he smelled her shoe. I mean, it's better than him getting up smelling her chair after she gets up or something.
Whoa.
I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, the guy, he wanted to smell the shoe.
Why does Joe always go so far past?
I'm just saying. Yeah, Orlovsky is kind of a weird dude, I think. I don't know.
How many panty raids were you a part of at Southwest Texas State?
Several.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, several, but you wouldn't get used pants. You'd go and get the clean ones.
You hope.
Well, we did that 2 or 3 times probably.
What, were they still in the packaging or something?
No.
How do you know they were not used?
They were in the clean
drawer.
underwear drawer.
Yeah. I mean, you go in the dorm room, dude. You don't.
I'm aware,
what do
but
you think? They just throw their underwear outside to you?
All underwear is used, though.
Well, yeah, but it's clean.
I'm just saying, freshly used or washed. I know they're used.
He wasn't pulling it out of the hamper.
No.
Or although with Reinagel, now I'm starting to wonder.
Joe's toes. Put them in my mouth.
It's not the toes now, man.
I'm not smelling chairs.
Uh-huh.
Not doing that.
Good Lord. You going to put Worcestershire sauce on your brisket?
No, I'm not doing that either.
You won't believe. I have a hard time believing this. For those of you out there that are great smokers of brisket, Lincoln Riley, we all remember that pathetic brisket he posted that he was so proud of. Now, Big Ten Media Days are going on. He's sitting down with the Barstool guys. They bring it up, and this is the story that Lincoln has come up with.
Can we talk about the brisket? How's the brisket looking?
Fantastic.
Did you know that when you posted that online, people were going to be like, that's a dry-ass brisket?
You know, I didn't. It's actually one of my favorite stories. So I'm not a great cook, but I'm a decent cook. And I know I'll probably get roasted for saying this right here, and that's fine. I don't give a all right? But I think we had a bunch of guys over, our strength coach at the time, this and that. So my buddy had been telling me about doing this brisket, and my buddy is a phenomenal cook, like phenomenal. And he'd been talking to me about doing this brisket and doing it in a Worcestershire bath.
Okay.
Right? So, and I love Worcestershire on anything. All right. So I do this, have this brisket. Brisket's phenomenal, but it rips all the pink out of it because it soaks in this bath. Right. So when I take the picture, I'm not thinking anything of it because the brisket was really, really good. And people say, no, it wasn't. They weren't there. Yes, it was. But I'm not a brisket like aficionado. So I don't have the pink right there on it because the smoke ring's gone because the Worcestershire bath, obviously the dark liquid, it's a goner, and that's how the whole thing came about.
That's a great story. Honestly, like you move up a notch in my book because you could have thrown that guy under the bus immediately.
Yeah. You know what we need to do in the off season? Here's what we need to do. You boys need to come out to LA. You can come sit on the back patio with me. I'll cook it up for you, and I'll let you be the judge for the world. What do you think?
We're absolutely in. But did you learn a lesson? Never post your meat on the internet. Like it's always going to end up bad.
Doesn't matter. You can try to get the right angles sometimes.
When you put it that way, it hits a little different.
Now, dude, it sounds like he puts it in this Worcestershire bath, and that's how he cooks it. So this is not like a marinade overnight. This is like he puts it in there and then cooks the brisket that way.
So many ways with this. I mean, a bath. I don't know what that means. like I texted Grant Pinkerton. I mean, guys won a couple of Memphis and May World Championships beef. Guy knows how to do a brisket. And he said, the Worcestershire sauce definitely didn't wash out the smoke ring. That's not how that works. And I said, but if he did in a bath, why did his brisket look dry? He said, you can braise stuff and make it dry. So, but who the hell wants a dry brisket?
Nobody.
I texted Alonzo Cantu from Gulf Coast Smoke and asked him, have you ever heard of this? He said, I wonder what he means by that. It's like smoking it in the smoker wrapped in foil and fully covered by the Worcestershire. Well, at that point, all right, if you're starting your brisket wrapped in foil, one, that's a mistake. You want the smoke to bathe all over that brisket, and then after it's stalled, which is between 165 and 170, that's when you can wrap it. I prefer butcher paper. I know some people like to do foil, but none of this makes any sense. It doesn't.
It was a bad brisket, and just he should just admit it and say, I screwed up. I'll try harder next time.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah. But if anybody's tried the Worcestershire sauce bath, let me know. I'd be willing to try it.
Dude, I'm not trying it.
Well,
you're gonna blow $120 brisket in a Worcestershire bath.
If I got a recipe from somebody like a Grant Pinkerton or
Grant
Alonzo
Pinkerton's not doing that.
Well, no, but if Grant were like, if I were to do it, this is what I would do, then I would try that. But just on my own, no. And I don't mind the W sauce. I mean, that's fine, right? But that brisket looked awful. And it looked
terrible.
dry. It looked like beef jerky.
Yes, it was.
It might have had great flavor, but it looked awful.
Lincoln Riley. Overrated.
You know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
We get you ready for the weekend. We call it What's on Tap. It is brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com, where you can get your tickets, see their entire menu and their lineup. They got Ellis Bullard on stage tomorrow night, Ruben V on Saturday. Sean McConnell's out there on Sunday. I'm going to guess so will James Pledger. Next Wednesday, Greg Porter and the Running Partners are going to be out there.
Looking for stuff to do tonight? Head to the Aztec Theater if you're into this kind of stuff. Thunder from Down Under.
Is that where you're going?
No, I can't make it there tonight, but Thunder from Down Under. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of shiny women in that crowd. I'm just saying.
I thought you were going to go back to sniffing seat.
Majestic Theater, Hamilton. Luke Prater is at Green Hall tonight. Stable Hall at the Pearl Colony House with Almost AM. 502 Bar, Redacted, Paper Tiger, Casket Cassette. And Chris O'Connor at the LOL Comedy Club tonight.
On Friday night at the Aztec. So a night after Thunder from Down Under, they've got Strange Love, a Depeche Mode experience. Stable Hall at the Pearl has the Golden Era Rave. Hamilton is playing at the Majestic. The ESPY has Story of the Year and Silverstein. Matt Kirk is at the Green Hall. Looks like a big old show happening at Rockbox.
Who's Matt Kirk got with him?
His band.
Okay.
The New 80s out at Pick's Bar.
Saturday night, Hamilton's still playing out at the Majestic Theater. At the Aztec Theater Saturday night, it's Cumbiatron, the Cumbia Rave. How about that? Rockbox 2000's Dance Party. Bob Snyder is out at Green Hall. At the Tobin Center Saturday night, Kristen Key, Cacaw Tour. Cacaw. ACL Live has Dog Star All In Now Tour. The Spasmatics are out at the Bluebonnet Palace on Saturday night. And Vice City at Paper Tiger. Teachers Gone Bad at the LOL Comedy Club.
What's on Tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com.
Extra Innings with James Pledger is coming up next year on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Be sure and tune in early tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock for AJ and Rob, the AJ and Rob Show. And then Jason and I will be back here at 2. Until then, have a great night, everybody. Where do I stick my meter?
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM, Floresville, 94.1.